Do I stress you out? My sweater is on backwards and inside out, and you say, how appropriate. I don't want to dissect everything today. I don't mean to pick you apart, you see, but I can't help it. And there I go, jumping before the gotcha has gone out. Slap me with the splintered ruler. And it would knock me to the floor if I wasn't there already. If only I could hunt the hunter. And all I really want is some patience. A way to calm the angry vice. And all I really want is deliverance. Do I wear you out? You must wonder why I'm relentless and all strung out. I'm consumed by the chill of solitary. I'm like a Stella. I like to reel it in and then spit it out. I'm frustrated by your apathy. And I am frightened by the corrupted ways of this land. If only I could meet the maker. And I am fascinated by the spiritual man. I'm humbled by his humble nature. Yeah. And what I wouldn't give to find a soulmate. Someone else to catch this drift. And what I wouldn't give to meet a kindred.
Yo, everybody, make sure you hit the thumbs up because YouTube really cares, even if your boy does not.
Enough about me. Let's talk about you for a minute. Enough about you. Let's talk about life for a while. Look, I'm all around. Why are you so petrified of silence? Here, can you handle this? Did you think about your bills, your ex, your deadlines? Or when you think you're gonna die? Or did you long for the next distraction? And all I need now is intellectual intercourse. A soul that takes the whole much deeper. And I have no concept of time other than it is playing. If only I could kill the killer. And all I really want is some peace now. A place to find a common ground. And all I really want is a wavelength. And all I really want is some comfort. A way to get my hands untied. And all I really want is some justice.
I want you to know that I'm happy for you.
Show starts in less than 4 minutes, folks.
But the best for you both. I know the version of me. Is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater? Does she speak eloquently? And would she have your baby? I'm sure she'd make a really excellent mother. 'Cause I love what you gave every day. You seem very well. Things look peaceful. I'm not quite as well. I thought
That's the way StreamYard is, John. Unfortunately, that's why I prefer OBS. But StreamYard works better for this format.
There was a slap in the face. How quickly I was replaced. And I am thinking of me when you fuck her. Every time you see her name, you know how you told me it won't be until you die, but you're still alive, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to
Well, Kirby's visor. We'll discuss that in a minute.
and you know it. Every time I stretch my legs down someone else's back, I hope you feel it. Well, can you feel it? Well, I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know.
Kirby, it doesn't matter what genre I play. Rap, rock, old school, new school. Always somebody gets mad. So I just play what I want to play. How about that?
It's not fair to deny me.
For what it's worth, Pete, I dig it.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 27 of the ACC show. What's up, C-Dog?
What's up, Pete? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, man, it's been a while.
Yeah,
Feels like
it feels like it, doesn't it?
Been a couple weeks.
A couple or just one?
Well, technically, that's a couple of weeks. It was
well,
2 weeks.
yeah, I got your yeah. 2 weeks ago was the last ACC show.
Anyway, I enjoy the ACC show. I think since we started doing the StreamYard thing, it's actually gotten better. What do you think about that?
I think the conversations that it brings is great, and I'm surprised how we managed to like consistently get a good ACC panel in here. It's just like, yeah, I agree. It's impressive. I didn't think it could happen, but just some good old boys sitting around talking about some ACC football.
That's right. They said no one cares about ACC football, but we proved them wrong, didn't we?
Hell yeah, we did.
Well, we have officially entered what I refer to as the dark ages.
Yeah.
In college football from May through August. Well, through the end of August anyway. We talked about this earlier. I want to give a special shout out to Mark Rogers TV, BGPO Football Funk, and Jason Priester, who is a writer for a website about Clemson. Mark had me on his show today, and we had a great conversation about Clemson and college football in general. So anyone that's not subscribed to Mark Rogers, look, the guy's got 18 channels. So, he's got a Clemson channel and a bunch of other teams' channels. If you're a Miami fan, he does a lot of Miami content. But anyway, his main channel is where the live stream was today. Go check it out. We had a great conversation over there, and I had a good time. But one of the things that we talked about over there, well, we talked about a lot of things, but one of the things that we talked about over there was the ACC Atlantic Division, and NC State in particular. A lot of people are high on NC State right now. And of course, I had to let my position be known. C-Dog, you know how I feel about that.
Oh, I know.
Yes. So I had to let my position be known. It seems to me, and here's the other thing too. I was watching Uncle Lou stream earlier, right before this show, and Uncle Lou put a screenshot of his top, I think it was his top 10 preseason poll, the Uncle Lou poll, not the official poll. Not the ESPN poll or the whatever, the AP poll or anything. Uncle Lou's poll. He had NC State at number 6 in the country, and he had Clemson at number 8.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, I get it if you're high on them, but geez, that's pretty bold.
Well,
what was his reasoning? I need to check that out. That's crazy.
We have a couple of people on here I'm going to bring on in a second, and that's going to be a topic of discussion tonight. Of course, if you want to support me and C-Dog and what we do here, there's a super chat option below the chat. There's also a PayPal and Cash App link in the description of the video. I remember to put it in there this time. Me and C-Dog split all the proceeds 50-50. And of course, I don't monetize these videos. None of my live shows are monetized because I play copyrighted music on all of them, really. So thank you for that. Anyway, somebody did send a Cash App a minute ago.
Oh.
See who it was. It was Sir UGA. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank
you. Bicyclists suck worse than the ACC. Now, he's going way back down the rabbit hole of the Pigskin Pete walk and talk videos, where I was talking about bicyclists getting in the way of real travel.
How annoying they are.
How annoying they are.
The freaking spandex bandits, dude. Get the hell out of the way.
I have nothing against bicycling. I just don't want them to do it on the main road where people are trying to drive.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Get the hell out of the way, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I really enjoy places with bike lanes, because that's
But anyway, thank you for the Cash App. Before I bring Jordan Bowman on, I want to get this out of the way. Have you done your homework since the last show? Do you even know what I'm referring to?
No.
Have you watched the Batman movie yet?
No, I did not watch the Batman movie.
All right. Well, we won't even go into that then. True Seminole wants to know, how is NC State overrated? Well, it's like I said on the Mark Rogers show today. There's no evidence other than the fact that they're bringing a bunch of people back. Dave Doran, how long has Dave Doran been the coach at NC State?
Man.
As long as Dabo Swinney, right? Like 13 years, at least 10 years, right?
Yeah. It's been a
I don't know. What's that? Jordan.
Hey, Bo. What's going on, man?
Happy Jordan.
Oh, snap. My mic was muted. What's going on, fellas?
It sounds like you're inside of a washing
Sounds
machine.
like you're in the ocean, bro.
Hold on. Let me fix that real quick.
Yeah, you're good now, I think. But whatever, however long he's been there, it's been a long time. It's not like he's a third-year head coach. He has his two best seasons in a row were 2017 and 2018, I believe, and he won 9 games in each of those seasons. They won 10 games last year. The worst Clemson football team in at least 9 years, maybe 10 years. And the best NC State team in the past 10 years played each other in NC State, and it took a double overtime win for NC State to beat Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand the whole hype about NC State. And it's not because I don't think they don't have a talented roster, because I do. I don't believe in their coaching staff, and especially I don't believe in Dave Doran. And that's not my opinion. I mean, there's been a trend here. I have a large sample to choose from when I form this opinion. So I don't know. I mean, am I alone here? I know I am in the minority. Apparently, NC State is like the world beaters this year.
No, I think I don't agree with that really at all. I don't really know where that's coming from. I think it's more likely that they actually suck than be ranked top 10. That's pretty pretty big jump. I believe more in North Carolina than NC State. I think people are sleeping on, not to change the subject, but I think people are sleeping on North Carolina way too much. But
maybe so. And of course, we'll bring on Luke here.
Yeah. And I was guilty of it myself. I was guilty of it myself, but I'm starting to kind of believe in North Carolina again. I think people kind of wrote them off. But
well,
you know what I mean?
Well, North Carolina's not in Clemson's division, so let's stick just for a
second.
Yeah. Talk about the ACC
that's a
as
topic
whole.
for another day. But top 10. That's. I'll go ahead and say that's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, that's according to Uncle Lou's. I mean, that's not the national thing, but even I mean, I'm still seeing a lot of people, more people than I was expecting to see, really singing high praises about NC State. Maybe I might be completely wrong here. I don't think NC State has beat Clemson in Death Valley in like 13 or 14 years. I think 2000, more than like 15 years, like 2007, right? Was that what it was?
I think it's been longer than that. I believe it. Well, it might have been 2007.
Somewhere around there. It's been a long time is my point. And of course, I don't think NC State's going to be better this year than they were last year. And I'm solely convinced that Clemson will be better this year than they were last year. And like I said, it took a double overtime win at NC State for them to pull out that massive upset. So,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree with you more, Pete. I'm probably not as harsh on it as you. They possibly could win 9 or 10 games, but I don't know. Like that's like predicting Pitt this year. Like nobody could have predicted that. You know what I mean? I know freaking Talkus Pitt can predict that and everything, but nobody else was like. It's coaches that haven't broke that mold before, where it's hard to tell. It could happen any year. It's just hard to predict it. Like. I think I even said that same thing in my last year's Pitt prediction. Like, it's hard to predict that mold breaking year.
Right. And the thing about NC State is that, Pitt had a Heisman finalist at quarterback. Now, I'm not saying – now, I actually really like Devin Leary as a quarterback. I think he's very good. But I don't think he's Kenny Pickett level. And I also don't think that NC State has a Jordan Addison in that wide receiver room. They have some good ones, like some solid ones, but they don't have a Jordan Addison. I think that defense is going to be pretty good, like it was last year, but it's hard for me to see them like really taking another jump forward, like people expect, like being top 10, competing for maybe a playoff spot. I'm not there. I'm not there. So
yeah, that's something I want to talk about too, the Jordan Addison thing, but we can talk about that later.
Well, I mean, losing the best wide receiver in the country, according to the awards anyway, that's hard to come back from for a team like Pitt.
Yeah.
And, I mean, in my opinion, Kenny Pickett was one of the top 3-4 quarterbacks in the country. They lost him, too.
Right.
I know they got somebody they really believe in coming in, but I don't know. I mean, look, Pitt has as good a chance as anybody in that division of winning that division, so I'm not saying that. But as far as winning the ACC and making a run at the college football playoff, I don't think that's in the cards for Pitt this year.
Yeah, I think. Well, as far as winning the division, I think it'll probably come down to Pitt or North Carolina. That would be my picks.
Yeah. So no Miami, huh?
Hell no. The way you feel about NC State is the way I feel about Miami, except they haven't had a coach forever. They freaking change every 3 years. So, hell no. Miami's not winning the division. I'll tell you that right now.
When was the last time Georgia Tech beat Clemson in Death Valley? That's Sir UGA's question. That's a good question. What year was that?
Man,
I don't know. 2014 was in Atlanta. I don't think.
Yeah,
we almost had you freaking taters last year.
Almost,
man. Damn it.
It might have been up 2008.
2008.
That's right. That sounds about right. About the same time that NC State beat them.
What a great year. Beat Georgia that year, too.
I would like to both thank NC State and Georgia Tech and probably South Carolina, too, for the demise of Tommy Bowden, which led us to our current situation. So thank all of you for that.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, Raj is in the chat. Well, this is not football related, but Raj went on a complete and total tangent with Edward in a trash talking section. That was something serious.
Did I miss that? Oh my god! I'm ashamed. I've been following the Raj versus Edward situation.
There's been a lot of. This is what happens every offseason. There has been a lot of beef, not just around here, but in other places too. This is what happens. It happens every year.
Yeah.
But
this one is between two wacky characters, so I like it.
You're probably going to make Raj mad by saying that.
Raj is a wacky character.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
What's up? Sid Irish says, "Hey Pete, can't wait to see Clemson and South Bend. Love the show." Well, thank you. I can't wait to see Clemson and South Bend either, and hopefully I'll be there.
Really? You're going to the game?
Well, we're going to try.
That would be sweet. I was thinking about going. I'm glad I didn't, but I was thinking about going this past year.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, we had tickets to the 2020 game, and of course, we got screwed on that because they were only allowing a certain amount of people, and they canceled our tickets. We had tickets in hand, and they canceled our tickets, and they only allowed like alumni and boosters or whatever it was. So after this year, Jordan, what's the next time we travel to South Bend after this year? It's a while, I think.
Do we play them in 2024? I think we played them in 2024.
We play them in 2024 in Clemson, though.
In Clemson, okay.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be another 6 or 7 years before we play them in South Bend again. Hell, I might even be alive then. You never know. But we're going to try to go. I'm looking forward to that.
Cool yeah, that'll be a cool trip.
If I go one day. If I am able to go, or not just me, but me and Mrs. Pete, we have the hookup. Our boy Always Irish and another couple of guys. There's a guy on the grounds crew there that's friends with Always Irish that said he can get us inside the stadium before the game, the day before the game, and give us a tour around and locker rooms and the whole thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they have the hookup on the tailgate spot right by the stadium. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the problem is, it's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, the tickets are expensive, but the whole trip is expensive. If you're flying from South Carolina to South Bend, getting either a hotel or Airbnb, we won't have a car. So, I mean, it'll be thousands of dollars. That's really the only drawback from it. But if we can go, we'll go.
Yeah.
We'll try to make it happen.
Okay, so Clemson plays Notre Dame at Notre Dame in 2028, and they actually play Notre Dame next year at Clemson, and then they play Georgia in 2024, and then we have a home and home with LSU, and then we have a home and home with Notre Dame, and so 2028 is the next time we go to South Bend.
I might see him play Georgia. That'd be cool.
Yeah, this one 2024 is in Atlanta instead of Charlotte. So it's another one of those. I think it's the kickoff classic thing again. Yeah.
Well, it's a good kickoff classic. Better than what you guys are freaking playing this year, I guess.
Benji Holland coming through with the trash talk says Clemson and the underbites need to play every season. And I think he's talking about Georgia there.
Yeah, he's definitely talking about the dogs.
Really? I've never heard that before. That's awesome. Hey, bud, you mind if I take that one?
Well,
That could be NC State, though.
I'm a Georgia. They do play every year.
who?
Yeah, NC State
NC
fans
State.
are similar.
Yeah, he's definitely talking about Georgia. I'm a Georgia slander connoisseur, so don't mind if I do.
And by
Well,
the way, Pete, you said NC State had 10 wins. They had 9. That's a very important clarification.
okay.
Well, if you ask NC State fans, they won 10 because
Yes, they
UCLA
claim a win in a bowl game that they didn't play in. Just like they claim a College World Series that they didn't play in.
Yep.
Typical.
They don't have much going for them in their.
They did get
program
dirty.
history, so.
I know all of you hate them. I couldn't. I'm like indifferent. On
No, I
them.
understand being upset, but I wouldn't be claiming a win. I wouldn't be. I would.
Yeah, they gave their players rings and stuff too.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know
they're
about that.
overboard.
they had a right to be upset. I feel their pain on that, but I'm not. I wouldn't claim a win. Like you have no way of knowing that you would have won that World Series.
And they got taken out in the semifinals. It wasn't even like it was the actual finals.
Yeah.
It was also embarrassing that Dave Dorn treated beating Clemson in double overtime in NC State like a Super Bowl win. You know,
They don't have much to celebrate over there.
well,
I mean, every team treats beating Clemson in football like a Super
I
Bowl.
know I would.
I mean, they stormed the field after they beat a 6-win North Carolina team.
Yep.
damn.
Man.
I can't speak. Clemson storms the field after every win, but that's
Yeah,
not.
I'd storm the field. I'd storm the field after.
But
beating
we do
my
that. We
hated
do that
rival.
regardless of win or loss.
Yeah,
Yeah, gathering at the ball is a tradition. It's not
Yeah.
storming the field.
it's about how much you hate them.
What made them rushing the field against us worse is that was like 2 weeks after they made fun of us for rushing the field against Wake Forest. After we ended,
And
the
they went and
undefeated
lost to
season.
Wake Forest too.
I see.
Yeah, they
Uncle Lou
lost to Wake Forest too.
Uncle Lou, we definitely have some material from Monday night's show. I don't know how long you've been watching this show, but I did see that you had NC State ranked number 6 in your top 10 preseason poll. I would love to talk to you about that.
Yeah, will you be fielding a top 10 poll that makes sense this year? That's what I'm wondering.
I think it's more likely if they end up with 6 wins than they end up at number 6.
Which is worse? When Mark Rogers had Kentucky winning the East a couple of years ago, or NC State being number 6 in the country in the preseason poll?
I think it's
NC State
still
number 6 by
I don't know.
far.
It still has to go. It still has to go to Kentucky, but
No, that Kentucky team is actually decent though. NC State's not coming close.
I don't know. You know what? I can't really blame Uncle Lou, but a lot of people are high on NC State, so he's not really the only one. It's not
I
like
can understand top 10, but 6 is a little much.
Yeah.
They did lose their best O lineman and both the running backs off of O line that wasn't very
their
good, and
leading-
from a run
and their
game that
leading
wasn't very
receiver.
good, and their best receiver. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
He actually he's from my hometown. I remember him at Marvin Ridge, Emeka Amizi. He's nice.
According to Drewski 2 times, which is the younger brother of Drewski 3 times, according to him, I think he's talking about Sea-Dog needs a haircut.
What? I need a haircut.
Well, the only person that thinks you has a valid reason to say you should need a haircut would be the person you're married to, not Drewski 3 times.
Yeah, Drewski.
Or 1 time.
It's part of my thing. You know, I had short hair before I got on YouTube.
When was the last time you did cut your hair?
Before COVID. When COVID hit, that's when I started growing it out.
So like 2019?
Well, yeah, 2019 probably.
The man hasn't cut his hair in 3 years.
Your hair grows slow. Mine would be down to my waist.
Really? Yeah.
Grew it up for 3
You know
years.
what's really sad? The last time he cut his hair, Georgia Tech still sucked.
Man. Yeah, we had a new head coach and everything. Maybe I need to cut it.
Yeah, maybe you should cut it. Maybe
I
the
was-
hair is bad luck.
I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed with our new head coach. We were going to freaking get rid of the triple option. And life
Georgia
was-
Tech was good before you started growing your hair out.
Yep.
I don't know about good, but yeah.
They're better than they are now.
Yeah, Matty Simmons brings up a good point. Now, first of all, he says, I saw somebody on Twitter post North Carolina State in the top 4 in the poll. Now,
No.
Twitter is full of complete morons. I'm not putting Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou's not a moron. Any random person on Twitter is a moron, though. So I mean,
four is only 2 spots higher than 6. Just want to point that out.
But there's a huge difference.
I know, but
between being the 6, just the way college football is, being the 4th team and being the 6th team.
Yeah, that's true.
Being a world of difference.
But that's where his second part comes into play. Anything higher than 10 is really. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I'll be interested to see whenever the AP poll comes out and the coaches poll comes out, and of course the AP poll comes out before the season. Where do they have NC State in relation to Wake Forest? Because obviously both of those teams are in the same division with Clemson. And I don't know. I think there's a possibility that Wake Forest might be ranked higher than in the preseason.
I think they're going to have NC State around where they had Carolina last year at this time.
I don't know. It feels like
8 or so.
It feels like NC State is getting the hype treatment that North Carolina did last year. But
yeah, I was thinking about this. They made fun of us relentlessly for last season. Now they're going to do the exact same thing.
But for no reason. Like, I feel like at least North Carolina, you could understand why, because they had just come off a really, really good year.
I mean, you know what happens when NC State gets expectations.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And they've never dealt with like this high of expectations before. So interested to see how this looks.
Somebody's audio. It's Jordan's. I just muted Jordan and all that noise stopped. I don't know what's going on, Jordan. Are you outside or what's going on?
He's in the ocean.
He sounds like he's in a washing machine.
Hold on.
If you need to leave and then rejoin and see if it, I mean, unless you just have background noise, I don't know, but. Am I the only one hearing that, or I don't know?
No, I hear it. It sounds.
I hear it a little.
Feedback from a mic.
I don't hear it now because he's. I think he's muted himself.
It was pretty bad when he first joined, but it's better now. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Oh, now you sound good.
Are we good? We good? Hello.
It's better.
Okay. I don't have anything going on in the background, so.
It sounds like feedback from a mic.
All right, let me. I'll mute again. Y'all continue the conversation.
Yes. He's an island boy. No, the island boys don't have background noise. I mean, they are noise in themselves. I mean, I'm an island boy.
Didn't they get a third island boy?
I don't know. I'm a third island boy. What are you talking about?
They got a fourth.
I would expect you to know all of the island boy lore.
No. No, I don't know. Hashtag Raj versus Edward. Yeah, that was epic.
I got to check that out. I'm gonna make sure to check that out. I gotta say I'm hashtag Team Edward. Although I love my man Raj.
Here's what I will say. I heard the whole exchange, and first of all, Edward did not back down from Raj, and second of all,
Edward's a straight fucking pimp.
Raj, I love Raj, but Raj kept telling Edward, "Keep my name out your mouth." But to be honest, Raj is the one that made videos about Edward, not the other way around. So, I mean, Edward was defending himself.
Well, yeah, Raj started the whole thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But the exchange was hilarious between those two.
Edward's funny, dude. I think he's great.
Well, you and about 3 other people think so.
I think he's funny when he's not trying to be funny, but when he's trying, it gets a little weird.
That's a valid point.
All right, how do I sound now?
Much better.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I just unplugged my mic and plugged it back in, and now I guess it's fine now.
All right, good. Anyway, So we were talking about the NC State, versus Clemson debate, which I don't really think there is a debate, but I know there are a lot of people that think there is. But what about the North Carolina versus Pitt debate? And let's throw Miami in there too.
Let's not.
I think Miami's more of a threat than Pittsburgh.
Nah.
I tend to agree,
especially without Jordan Addison.
I tend to agree with Luke.
That just makes me want to lean North Carolina.
I won't be mad at you if you do it.
Is there anybody outside of those three teams, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, and Miami, that even has a chance to win that division this year?
No.
I think everybody but about Duke and Georgia Tech has a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, as far as Virginia Tech and Virginia, I mean, you never kind of know what you're going to get. They could tear it up in the first year. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty not high, but I could see Tony Elliott doing pretty good at Virginia.
I wouldn't count out Virginia. They have Brandon Armstrong and that really good receiving core.
And
their defense is decent. They'll
back.
be pretty good.
Well, that's the thing, that they lost half their team to the. I'm saying that Virginia got ravaged by the transfer portal. They had a bunch of guys.
Yeah, if their O line is still decent after losing the entire thing, that offense might be the best in the ACC.
Yeah, O line's definitely concerning, but man,
that's a big ask.
Yeah. I think that the offense, the best in the ACC, is a little bit of a stretch, but
I mean, if they have a good O line, they have really good receivers.
Well, they lost, but that's the thing. They lost so many guys off that offensive line, and including their Remington Award finalists.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's why I qualified the O line, because obviously if the O line's bad, they're going to struggle.
Vic Tube is in the house. What's up, Vic Tube?
Vic Tube.
Man, look at all these nut huggers in here.
Who's hugging nuts?
There's a ton of them. Well, you're
not SEC fans.
I'm a nut hugger.
Yeah.
What'd I do? What?
I mean, I don't know. Do you hate Uncle Lou or not?
Do I hate Uncle Lou? No.
Yeah. Then you're a nut hugger.
Oh.
You're brainwashed too. You didn't know that?
I did know that.
No, now you know it.
I don't respect his football opinions.
That's fine.
I don't watch him.
I honestly can't watch it. I can't watch him brag about how good Georgia is. It's unbearable. I don't watch that shit.
Anybody brag about Georgia?
I don't watch that shit. I can't.
Oh man, some of these comments. Fishing football is a VicTube nut hugger. You know what? So am I.
Here's to that. Yeah. We all love VicTube.
Mm-hmm. It's funny though. Those guys the other night, they go on and say, "We don't really care who's friends with anybody, but anybody who is friends with Lou or likes Lou, you're a nut hugger and brainwashed." I'm like, oh yeah, that's not an insult, right? Fuck out of here.
Dude, that freaking Law Tide stream the other day was nuts.
It was funny.
I love Law Tide.
I do too. He's funny.
He went ham.
Yeah.
I'd hate to have him pissed off at me.
He was pissed off at Maddie earlier. I don't know if he's still in the comment section or if he has any comments.
I'm not really sure that he was really pissed at anybody. I think he's just doing what Law Tide does, I've been on the other end of that several times with Law Tide.
Texas Pete.
Yeah.
Let's get that. Peace, everybody. One love. Let's sing your song, Texas Pete.
Oh man.
He's the ultimate shit talker.
He is. Unrivaled.
Anyway.
So I want to talk about the Jordan Addison thing. Everybody's like up in arms about it,
Well, it is.
Lincoln Riley is becoming public enemy number one.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, he's not doing anything that anybody else isn't doing.
Right.
Well, that's the main issue is that he's not breaking any rules. He's just, he's burning bridges all over the place.
I mean, we just watched Texas A&M have the greatest recruiting class money can buy. So why not have USC buy some transfers?
I'm not going to criticize Lincoln Riley as long as he's not breaking any rules. I mean, if he's working within the confines of the rules, I have no problem with it. But he's still pissing a lot of people off, and
How about that? Did y'all hear he had like a phone call with Narduzzi? I would have loved to hear that phone call. Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Who would? Yeah, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that room. First of all, Pat Narduzzi is already a character in himself.
Yeah.
Right.
He seems like a psychopath.
I would love to hear what he said. What do you think he said to him?
Oh man.
I don't know, man.
I haven't heard enough of Pat Narduzzi to actually know what he would say.
He is. You know what? He's like the old school type of high school gym coach type of coach.
That's exactly what he looks like too.
Yeah, and so him and Jeff Collins, they look like they could be. They're cut from the same cloth, I think.
Oh, really?
As far as that goes, yeah.
No, Jeff Collins, the other type of high school gym coach that's hitting on all the girls.
Oh,
way too high.
What? No way.
Damn. But I could see Pat Narduzzi calling Lincoln Riley. First of all, how does he have his number? Did he get it from somebody, or did he, contact your people to tell my people and they had a phone call? But either way, I could just see Pat Narduzzi, that vein in the middle of your forehead that pops out when you get mad? I bet his neck was all inflamed. His forehead was inflamed. And he's probably just yelling at him. And then Lincoln Riley's probably sitting over there on a beach drinking a Mai Tai and his baby's like just laughing at him.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I'll send you an apology in the Players Tribune later.
Speaking of how he got his number, I've always thought about this. Do coaches just have a group chat? Like, is there an ACC coaches group chat?
I think they do.
I'd love to see the texts that get thrown in there on like a Saturday in the fall.
They have their own circles and stuff, as far as I know. So
you would never think that somebody like Lane Kiffin and Dabo Swinney would be friends, but they are.
Yep.
Really?
And apparently,
they text each other frequently. Yeah.
Yeah. After the after was it like 2 weeks ago? Whenever ESPN did that interview with Dabo Swinney about the NIL, and everyone got all mad at him about it.
Mm-hmm.
So the reports are that Lane Kiffin heard that interview and texted Dabo Swinney, "Good job," because he agreed with him. I don't know how you do that if you don't know the guy personally.
Well, yeah, I bet most coaches agree with it. They just don't say it. Like Dabo doesn't care.
Like people, well, I mean, a lot of people don't realize a lot of these coaches are friends. Like Dabo and Saban have gone on vacation together. Like,
wow.
Well, apparently they have vacation homes very close to each other in the same neighborhood somewhere in Florida.
That's crazy.
And every summer they get together and have dinner together on summer vacation. Another two guys that are very close friends is Steve Spurrier and Dabo Swinney.
Yep.
Which is
hilarious.
Yeah, after all the shit that they talked about.
Had a good relationship with Paul Johnson too, didn't he?
Yep. Yep. Which is why he doesn't like Jeff Collins.
Right. I don't blame him.
Dabo seems to have a good relationship with a lot of people.
With most people.
Except for
I'm willing to bet he's probably not very close with Ryan Day.
No, probably not.
But you're right. Most people. I don't know about Lincoln Riley either. I'm thinking of the other coaches that he spent a significant amount of time with, like, during the college football playoff weeks. He's been there. So let's list those guys. It would be Brian Kelly, Lincoln Riley, obviously Urban Meyer, Ryan Day, Nick Saban. Who else? Ed Orgeron.
I mean, Bob Stoops. We played Oklahoma that first playoff when Stoops was still head coach.
Yeah, that was still Stoops. That's right.
Whoever the Washington head coach was that one year.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. I'm going to bring this guy on. It probably won't last long based on the last conversation we had, but I'm a nice guy, despite what people think about me. So here we go.
Pick me. Yeah, I'm back.
You pig me?
Oh, you pick me. I pick you. I joined in the stream.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, are you Are you a fan of baseball?
No.
What? What? Hello?
What do you think
Hello?
about the college football playoff expansion, Isaiah?
Yeah. You're a fan of college football?
Yes. What do you think about the expansion?
Expansion? What is this?
Yep. The expansion of the playoffs.
Yeah, I didn't go to college. I was playing football with my mom.
What?
Alrighty then.
What just happened, man?
Where were we?
I don't know. I feel like I just got transported into another dimension.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there.
Y'all should have seen the last time he came in.
I wasn't here for that. Oh my god.
The headless macho man.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, we were talking about coaches being friends and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of this stuff is manufactured. Kind of like YouTube. You know?
Yep.
Oh, you think Raj and Edward are?
No, well, first of all, I don't believe that at all. I think Raj and Edward's 100% real. He's not built to be manufacturing anything. What he says, he means.
That's funny.
Believe me.
That's funny.
But, you know, I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of trash talk that goes on in the coaching world, but at the end of the day, most of these guys respect each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look, some of the most epic trash talking sessions ever were between Dabo Swinney and Steve Spurrier. Epic.
And Spurrier used to get up under Dabo's skin too.
Yeah, he did.
He is the only coach that ever made Dabo he'd visibly get all hot and bothered.
You know what it was though? That was before Clemson was what they are now.
Right.
That was in the first 3 or 4 years of Dabo being there. And you had this guy that was already a Hall of Fame coach, Ed Steve Spurrier, who was also the head coach of their rival in the same state.
Mm-hmm.
And, Steve Spurrier. And he would say things that he knew would piss off Dabo Swinney. Dabo Swinney does not do that anymore.
Right.
Now he takes the high road. I miss the old Dabo Swinney. People don't really understand how good of a trash talker Dabo Swinney really was back in the day. Now he's trying to, now he's a nice guy.
I mean, Dabo will take his subtle shots every once in a while, but it's not like he's not as outspoken as he. I mean, it comes with being tenured and being a head coach for so long, and he matured a lot through those early years. So, but the old Dabo, man.
A lot of it has to do with the fact that when you are truly disrespected, which is what they were back then, it's easy to defend yourself and get riled up. But being where they've been, you kind of look like an asshole if you're downing other people.
I mean, he could kind of bring it back now since the narrative is that Clemson's done and Dabo's out of touch and we're about to be a 6-win team again. So I hope to see a little bit more this year. That'd be nice.
He does kind of do subtle things. Like, remember in the coaches poll a couple of years ago when he ranked Ohio State 10th?
That was awesome.
That was funny.
It was awesome until they proceeded to lose to him.
Yeah, but I think the only thing about that is no one would have seen that if his poll didn't get leaked.
I can't wait for those nobody believed in us speech after they beat Georgia Tech 56-6 in week 1.
Yeah.
What? Whoa, man. I feel like at any time I can just get punched in the nuts around here.
That's the life of a Georgia Tech fan.
Yes, sir. Geez.
I wasn't as mean as Sir UGA. He said y'all aren't going to be relevant for the next 10 years.
Dude,
I don't know about that.
I care what some dumb ass Georgia fan is saying. You won't hear anything intelligent come out of freaking somebody with UGA in their name.
Yeah, Rick. Yeah, they did. Yeah, after he ranked them 10th, they did get their booty hole pushed in. But you know what, though? He did make a valid point. He even said, but he said Ohio State might be the best team in the country. All I'm saying is they haven't played any games, which they hadn't.
That's true. They played that shortened Big Ten schedule.
Well, and that's what people forgot. Dabo ranked all the teams that played less games lower. And Ohio State was the highest of those teams, so he clearly thought high of them. It was just his decision to rank teams lower that didn't play enough games. So.
The coaches poll to begin with is stupid.
Right.
I mean, to think that coaches aren't biased based on their relationships with other coaches around the country is stupid. Everyone's got a bias.
But by the way, the coaches don't actually do those. They just hand them off to their SID and tell them to fill it out for them.
That is a troll. That would be a pretty good troll job by the whole.
Dabo seems like the type of guy to do it and take it seriously, but most of them don't do it.
Yeah, right. Most of them just hand it off to some assistant and say, fill this shit out for me. Who cares?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny then if some assistant put. I think both situations are funny. If some assistant put, it'd be funny.
I like the thought of Dabo at like midnight after practice, just grinding out the coaches' poll,
looking at metrics and
complete waste of time. They shouldn't have a coaches poll. You know what? If they did have a coaches poll, they should make it a public of who voted for who, or do they?
I mean, they do sometimes. Like if the media, like Dabo's poll wasn't public. I think it got like released by some media outlet, and then it was people made.
They usually only release like the funny ones. Like I'm pretty sure they released Lane Kiffin's ballot one time last year, and he had Alabama like hilariously low.
Yes, he's trolling.
Lane troll.
Like Kansas would be number 1. Rutgers would be number 2. Oregon State number 3.
I respect that because that's what I would do on a coach's poll. My 1-2 every time would be Kansas and Duke.
Anyway. After many months of the ACC begging Vanderbilt to join, Vanderbilt has respectfully declined.
That's unfortunate.
That's fake news.
Dang it. What are we going to do?
We were really fighting hard to get Vanderbilt into the conference. That's a shame.
Yeah, we're already good at baseball, though, so we don't need them.
Right. Well, I'm not going to talk about the baseball front.
Well, I can't really talk about it either, but I'm just going to do the South Carolina fan and talk about how good the ACC is.
That's fair. The ACC is very good at baseball.
Yeah, North Carolina wouldn't be 500 if we were in some weak conference like the SEC.
Right. We're second to last in the ACC, but we're 5-0 against the SEC. We would be hosting a regional in the SEC. That's just facts.
This is a good question by Rick. I think Jordan Bowman has graduated already, unless he's in grad school.
No, I start grad school in the fall.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a freshman. I haven't graduated.
And Jordan's been around. And Luke is in Party Central over there in his dorm room. We heard it several times on the
That
live.
was one.
Is that what
that
that was?
was one.
Is that what that was?
I mean, this guy he had frat part. He's got frat parties.
I'm not in my dorm anymore. The semester's over.
Oh, okay. So you're not going back to the dorm anymore?
Well, I'm going back one more time. I have one last exam, but that's about it. I pretty much moved out.
Gotcha.
Nice. It's exam week for Clemson right now.
Nice. My wife is graduating this week.
My exam's open note this week, though, so I don't really have to study that hard for it.
Nice.
Isn't everything open note these days? Everyone's got a phone. I don't know.
Well,
I wish I would have
it's kind of obvious that you're cheating if you're in an exam or you just pull out your phone.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the Bluetooth and everything else, and the voice to text, there's definitely easier ways to cheat, even if you're not physically looking at your phone.
I mean, if you're taking your exam remotely, it's easy to cheat.
Oh, sure.
But most schools are in person.
Yeah, like I had a class exclusively that was like coding and stuff, so it's only on the computer.
Oh,
and he just didn't even try to stop people from cheating and just made everything open note.
I took one class of computer science and we did the exact same thing. I cheated on that final.
So easy for you young bucks. We used to have to actually steal the key to the test, the physical paper, and then we would, Xerox it and pass it around, and then everyone would write it on their hand in ink pen.
At least you got multiple choice. I've had to write 3 papers.
Right. Oh, right.
Man,
that's unfortunate.
I'd kill for like a 60-question multiple choice test right now.
I'm glad I freaking went to work and didn't have to deal with all that bullshit.
We had a whole Mission Impossible thing where somebody would distract the teacher and there would be 2 other lookouts and somebody would, rappel down from the ceiling and get inside the desk. And it was a whole thing. Nowadays, you got to just look shit up.
What you got to do is just sit next to the smartest person in the class.
Yeah, I had a lot of people cheat off of me back in school.
I had an English teacher once. I think it was in 9th grade. She knew that people were like stealing answers and cheating, so she left a fake key, like to the multiple choice on her desk, and like left the room. And of course, somebody stole it, and Xerox didn't pass it around. And she knew everybody that cheated because they all failed because that was the wrong answers.
Oh, man. That is crazy.
I saw something online of a teacher that made a test where all the answers were A and just watched their kids squirm.
That's evil.
Because you'll change the answer if you get too many of the same in a row.
Yeah, that's psychological abuse. That's not fair. Yeah.
The psychological abuse.
Mrs. Pete says, you stole the chemistry test. Did I? I don't remember that. I plead the 5th. You know what?
That is bullshit! That is bullshit!
It wasn't me.
Yeah, I think enough time has passed so it doesn't really matter, though.
Yeah, the statute of limitations is worn out on that.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Wait, the link is where's Slim Shady been at?
Oh, Slim. What's up, Dylan? I saw your roast to me. I gotta admit that was pretty funny. My favorite part where you were like, yeah, I just fucking hate the Bulldogs. It's so true. That's what I say.
Is Dylan a Georgia fan?
Yes, he is. He's the worst douchebag that comments on my videos too.
I've seen Dylan a few times.
But I will say when he roasted me with Edward, that was pretty funny.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the video that they did.
He's like, yeah, and I just fucking hate the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
it's so true.
It was funny.
That's a pretty good impression of me, I gotta say.
You know what the only problem with that video is?
You
can't find it anywhere.
Oh, because he doesn't have a channel?
Nope.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could watch old Lunch Money reruns. Right.
Is that where we saw it? I think that's right.
Right.
Thank you, Dylan. Says, Sea-Dog, did you like the Pet Boys thing I said?
No, that was dumb. Everybody says that. Pet Boys. I got a freaking express oil change, okay?
I like how Rick puts the W in your name.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate troll.
I'm the same way, by the way, Rick. I didn't know Georgia Tech fans existed until I saw C-Dog.
You know what? He's actually the only Georgia Tech fan I know too.
Whatever. Christopher McDavid is.
Well,
I
one of my
know-
best friends went to Georgia Tech, but he's not a football fan. So
I know Georgia Tech fans on YouTube, but I don't really know any. I don't think I know any personally.
he's the only one I know personally that I can think of off the top of my head.
Damn. Well, I mean, I feel like I've brought a few out of the woodwork. They just don't comment on. Like I do have a good Georgia Tech following on my videos, but they don't really come to the other parts of the internet, and for good reason. Like everywhere I go, I get fucking dunked on. So, I mean, and it's not fun. So that's pretty much. I pretty much don't blame them.
What? Hold on. Okay, so I'm on Instagram right now, and Brad Crawford is some dude like I don't know 24/7 Sports. They have you heard of him? I think he's a South Carolina guy.
I made a video on him a couple of years ago.
He said he listed potential landing spots for Jordan Addison, and USC is one of them. Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Miami, LSU, and you'll never guess who the seventh one is.
Probably South Carolina.
No.
Where?
He put Clemson.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that from.
Hey, I mean,
Clemson
Jordan
right now-
Addison, North Carolina's looking for a receiver right now. You can certainly help.
Clemson has one scholarship available right now. They're at 84 scholarships, so
Man,
they could possibly get them. But I think
if we took Jordan, I would rather take Jordan Addison than an offensive lineman, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at getting the best receiver in the country from a year ago.
If it came down to it, I'm taking a receiver, especially since Dabo says that Will Putnam looks good at center. So if he feels good about where the offensive line is, I mean, I know he hasn't given us much reason to trust his evaluation on the offensive line recently. But if you had to choose between picking a decent offensive lineman to come start or the Biletnikoff winner, I'm taking the Biletnikoff winner every time, especially since our receiver room needs help too.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I personally think that Clemson's receiver room, as long as they're healthy, is pretty damn good right now.
Oh yeah, the talent is there,
but
certainly.
I'm not going to turn down the guy that won the Biletnikoff Award, a year ago. No way. No way.
If he wants to come here, come on. I mean,
Hey, Carolina's looking for receivers. We could have the two best receivers in the country.
Okay, Josh Downs is not the best receiver in the country.
He's the second best behind Jordan Addison.
Jackson Smith and Jigba from Ohio State is the best
Listen,
receiver.
we don't talk about them.
Listen, I don't like the Buckeyes either, but he's the truth.
All right, third then. I forgot about him.
I'll give Downs third. I won't argue that. Downs is really good. Downs would start for us like
He'd start for anybody.
Yeah.
And Georgia was begging him to leave North Carolina, even though they're about to steal his 5-star brother from us.
I'm trying to. Did we offer him out of high school? I mean, I know he was pretty. He was fair. I mean, he was pretty coveted out of high school. Hold on.
I think he was pretty dead set on Carolina.
Yeah.
Dre Bly's uncle. So
he
that
went
was
to
a pretty
North
big deal.
Gwinnett. Yeah, that's like a North Gwinnett. They got a pipeline going. Okay, wow. NC State wanted him, and Michigan. He got crystal ball to them a couple of times.
Rick is like a lot of the general college football fan public that doesn't realize that DJ is not the only quarterback on Clemson's roster right now.
I really hate DJ that much. No, not at all. I mean, the offensive line blocked pretty well at the end of the year. I mean, DJ had time. He had clean pockets. So, it's not like the offensive line was just a was just horrible all year. So
I mean, there is a quarterback on Clemson's roster right now that hasn't lost a game in 4 years.
facts. That's facts.
I'll let you figure out who it is. I mean, I know Jordan knows who it is.
Some kind of riddle?
Nope, just a fact.
I don't know, man.
It's really not a riddle. It's
pretty clear who they're talking about.
Yeah.
Hasn't lost a game in 4 years.
They're talking about high school games, Theodore.
Oh.
Yeah. K Klubnik went undefeated. Well, he only started for 3 years because he didn't start as a true freshman at Westlake High School in Texas. But he started sophomore, junior, and senior year and never lost a single game and won 3 straight Texas state championships.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that. No wonder I didn't freaking know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
I thought it might be that, but I didn't know he went undefeated in high school.
Hey, we have a quarterback that hasn't lost a college game he started in 2 years. 1-0.
That's impressive.
The win against the mighty Wofford.
Thank you, Dylan Deloney, for the super chat. He wants to know from UC Dog. I'd pull for Georgia Tech to beat the Gators any day, even though I'm a UJ fan. That wasn't a question; it was a statement.
Oh, well, that's nice. I wouldn't cheer for Georgia against the Al Qaeda terrorists, but I appreciate that.
I'd probably be the same. I think Georgia considers Florida their biggest rival, so I think they would, if it came down to it. I guess if you put a gun to their head, they would root for Georgia Tech over Florida. But
that must feel terrible to be some team second.
Yeah,
it's NC State levels is sad.
That is, yeah. NC State is nobody's biggest rival.
Damn,
that is a shame. And they have a lot
Who
of.
do they play on rivalry weekend?
They play Carolina.
They play Carolina.
Okay. Well, they didn't have a rival then.
They have rivals, but they're
not our biggest rivals.
Yeah,
who's the one that gets left out? Is Duke? Duke play? Who do they play?
Miami.
They play like Wake Forest or Miami.
Miami
plays Pitt.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, Miami plays Pitt. Duke every week on the last week. Every year on the last week.
Yeah.
Right? I
think Pitt plays Syracuse.
Miami definitely plays Pitt on rivalry weekend.
No, Pitt plays Syracuse.
Somebody look this up.
I'm pretty sure Duke plays Wake Forest. They played Miami.
I don't know if they have a. I don't know if they have
Miami plays Duke and freaking Pitt plays Syracuse.
Where's all the Miami people that are usually in here? I'm telling you, they play Pitt.
They don't play Pitt every year in the last week.
If you're talking, I don't think they have a set rival for rivalry. I think you guys are thinking of their cross divisional rivals. But though that falls on a
No.
Fall on any week.
Miami and Pitt are in the same division, and I'm telling
you,
they
didn't play Pitt on the last week last year.
Yeah, no, they played in the middle of the season last year.
Yeah, it was Duke.
Yeah,
Miami, because Miami beat them. Yeah, no, they don't. Pitt doesn't have a right. It's just whoever the ACC schedule puts.
I swear Duke usually plays Wake Forest in the last week of the season though, because they try to make the terrible North Carolina schools a rival.
I don't know about terrible.
Well, not Wake Forest, but the ones that don't care about football.
Nice.
Wait, no, that's not right. That can't be right because Wake played. They played Boston College.
They changed it up this year, but I'm pretty sure usually they play Wake Forest.
I remember.
I don't think anybody really cared about Duke football this year.
I mean, I can't remember that. I mean, has anybody ever cared about Duke football?
Again, I'm looking at the schedule.
3 years.
Miami plays Pittsburgh the last weekend of the regular season.
And look at the last 4 or 5 years, Pete. They haven't played them in the last week of the season.
Okay, I mean, that might be this season.
I'm looking at their schedule. They played Duke in 21. They played Carolina in 20, Duke in 19,
Why would they play Carolina? I thought Carolina had a team they played every year.
That was 2020. It was a weird year.
Yeah, that
They
was a
played
weird
NC
year.
State like week 3 and beat the hell out of them.
Throw 2020 out. All right.
They played Pitt 2018.
Played Pitt in 2017.
Yeah, Pitt 2017. Duke in 2016.
So it seems like they
kind of alternated.
Yeah.
Pitt 2015. Pitt in 2014. Yeah, they kind of alternated.
I think it's Pitt, and there was a year where they had some sort of weird like hurricane deal, and that screwed it up or something.
Well, there were 3 years where they played Duke, and then the rest of them are Pitt, and there's one North Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know how that. Yeah, I don't know how that exactly works out. But
this is a great question by Harper Billy Paul. Why are folks so worked up about Clemson not having draftees? That is, well, there was 3 guys that came back that would have been drafted highly too.
Yeah.
So I mean,
who came back that would have been drafted highly?
Back, they should have been drafted or get drafted and not be on the team anymore. I mean,
Tyler Davis, KJ Henry, and Xavier Thomas all chose to come back.
I don't know about KJ Henry getting drafted highly. He would have gotten drafted.
KJ Henry probably would. I think KJ would have been a late round pick, but
yeah,
I think XT would probably go second or third, and Tyler Davis would be a first to second. I think.
Yeah, I didn't think about Tyler Davis.
Yeah.
If you look at let's look at the defensive line for Clemson in 2022 because it's absolutely loaded. Miles Murphy, Xavier Thomas, KJ Henry, Justin Mascall, Brian Brzee, Tyler Davis, DeMonte Capehart. That's
man. I hope to see more DeMonte Capehart. Oh my God, Ruka Roro, Trey Williams. They played really well when Brzee went out. I'm excited to see them.
How many guys on this list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 guys that are all eligible for the draft after the season. Most of them will go in the draft. And I would say at least 3 of them, maybe even 4 of them will be first rounders. Miles Murphy will be.
Miles Murphy and Brzee will be. I don't know about any of the other ones.
Yeah.
I think Tyler Davis might be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think there's a chance. I think scouts like
he'll be in that second tier of like borderline first round picks.
Yeah, I can see that.
Brzee and Murphy are guaranteed first round picks.
I think XT could be a day, maybe a day 2. I think KJ is going to get picked late because he's been there.
He has a bunch of potential. He'll get picked late as like a flyer.
And Mascall will be a mid rounder too.
I think Justin Mascall will get picked late.
But so what I just named 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 7 guys. I don't know where Capehart will fall in that, but he'll get drafted somewhere. So that's
I don't know if Capehart is.
He'll probably come back to Clemson.
I think
he's not a senior.
All right, let's say he comes back. So there's 6 guys that are definitely getting drafted. At least 2 of them in the first round, and then the other 4 anywhere between the second and third and fourth round.
And then and then you go to the linebacker, and then you got Trenton Simpson as well. That could be a first round.
Right.
Trenton Simpson could definitely be a first round.
That's just defensive line. Yeah, forget about the rest of the defense there. So at Clemson's defense is absolutely loaded this year.
I don't think anybody's arguing that their defense isn't good. I think it's their offense that most people have a problem with.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I made this point on Mark Rogers' show earlier today that this is the first time under Dabo Swinney that you have 3 legit running back 1 guys. 2 of those were true freshmen last year with Maffa and Shipley.
Yeah.
But if you take Shipley, Pace, and Maffa, you can rotate. Any 3 of those guys could be RB1 on this team. That's never happened before. We've always had 1 dominant running back and a couple of good ones behind them. We've never had 3 guys that are this good on the same team at the same time. Under Swinney, anyway.
Yeah, I love what we have. I mean, it kind of took it took a couple guys transferring out last year for that to really come to fruition. But it was probably for the best. Lynn J leaving and Ches Malusi left before the season.
Yeah. They've only got 4 scholarship guys that are running backs on the squad, which normally they have 5 or 6. But they have 4 legit scholarship guys and then a few walk-ons.
Yeah, Carolina only has 5 running backs. Period. It's kind. I feel like that's kind of
We
a
don't have a
common
lot
thing around the
either.
country.
We have 3 scholarship running backs right now, and then we got a 4th one coming in the for the fall, Keith Adams, Jr.
Yeah, see, I feel like that's a thing that's happening around the country. The transfer portal, because if you're not in the top couple running backs, you just leave.
Yeah.
So now teams are kind of short. Like Carolina has 5 running backs, and I could see all 5 of them playing this year.
Sometimes I swear, I don't know if this happens anywhere else, but I swear players are just leaving just to leave now. Like players that would have got playing time, like not. I'm not talking about like starters that are going somewhere better. I'm talking about just player backups that are leaving that would have played. I don't know. Have y'all noticed that, or is it just me?
Yeah, no, you're right. This problem will fix itself. I think, because if you look at the amount of people, it's ever since, how long has the transfer portal been around? Like 3 years, 4 years?
The portal's been around for a long time. But it's just not been as popular.
No, the portal hasn't been.
But the 1 year transfer, the
1 year
getting rid of the
transfer's
1
been
year
around for
transfer
a couple
rule.
years, but
Yeah.
But
transferring's really picked up the last couple of years, but it's always been around.
Now, transferring has always been a thing. I'm not saying that, but the actual transfer portal system, the site itself.
Yeah, the portal has been around for longer than you'd expect, but people just haven't been using it.
Yeah.
Every year over the past 3 or 4 years, it's exponentially increased from the year before, to the point now where it's not sustainable, where you have hundreds and hundreds of guys that transferred out thinking they were going to, go somewhere else and aren't getting any offers or any bites anywhere. And they're left out in the cold.
Right.
So that will deter some players in the future, I think, from doing that. But I mean, I guess we'll find out.
I gotta say, man, I've watched the transfer portal situation I've watched for my Jackets this season has been just ridiculous. Like, we had a guy. Okay, we lost to Georgia the last game of the year. Everyone leaves, right? All the coaches, everybody. We have like our backup who didn't play because of injury enter the transfer portal and didn't get any offers, right? Okay, fine. It's like him and 1,000 other people, whatever. Well, then he's like, okay, I'm coming back to finish what I started. I'm like, sweet, good. He was a 4-star. I'm like, this is great. We're gonna finally, we're gonna have some depth. He probably start, to be honest. Well, then he freaking enters the transfer portal again and goes to some doo-doo school. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? And that's just one guy. I don't know. It just feels pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, we had a guy a couple of years ago. He transferred from Virginia Tech, Bryce Watts.
I remember him.
He was ineligible for the first year because of transfer stuff. And then the year he was eligible, he left and went to UMass. I have no idea why he left.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these guys that are ineligible, like, you're just leaving. It's like, I don't get it. You're just leaving just to leave.
The majority of people that leave that aren't grad transfers, let's exclude direct grad transfers from the conversation. That's a totally different thing. But underclassmen that transfers, the vast majority of them end up worse off when they transfer than where they came from.
Yeah.
Now, there's exceptions to the rule, right? I mean, you have guys that go on and become, win national championships and become high round draft picks and that kind of thing. But that's the exception to the rule. That is definitely not the rule. I can't even remember, as far as Clemson goes. Let's just look at the past 4 or 5 years alone. Who's transferred out that ended up better off by transferring out? Can you name one?
You could probably
Kyler McMichael. Maybe he ended up getting signed by a pro team. He'd probably still be at Clemson.
I guess you could say DK, but that was but he was kicked off.
Well, he didn't transfer out. He got kicked off the team.
Yeah, he didn't have a choice.
Right. So, he wouldn't have transferred out had he not, got in trouble.
He would have still been at Clemson, and he probably wouldn't have been a 6th-round pick. Georgia fans, he was a projected 2nd-round pick before he left Clemson, and y'all turned him into a 6th-round pick. Look what y'all did to my boy.
The definition of a successful transfer also depends on who it is transferring. Like, if it's somebody that just didn't play and was transferring to FCS level to get some playing time, I don't really think you call those guys failures.
I'm not saying they're a failure. My point is, was it better off for them to transfer than to stay at their current situation? I mean, I'm not saying they're failures.
If the whole reason they were transferring was to play and they ended up playing, I feel like they were better off.
Well, I mean, playing and giving yourself bad tape is not as good as staying on a good team and giving yourself better tape.
Well, if they weren't going to play, they wouldn't have any tape.
Well, I got you.
Yeah.
I think it's a very slippery slope, though.
I think it's a slippery slope for like the guys that might play. I'm talking about like the bench warmers that just want to go down a level and play football. I understand
That
them
makes sense.
transferring.
Yeah.
Now, this one, I totally disagree with.
Yeah, no.
Kelly Bryant, absolutely not. He would have been way better off staying at Clemson. They could have used him the year that they won the Natty.
Well, I don't think he was better. I mean, I don't think he was better off staying at Clemson, but he didn't. The place he transferred to Missouri, he had a bad year and he was hurt most of the year. He didn't get picked up.
I love me some Kelly Bryant. He's playing in the Arena Football League right now.
Yeah.
Is he playing football right now? Good for
him.
him.
He is. He's in the Arena Football League.
Yeah, and he's one of the best players too.
I thought he was like an accountant by now or something.
He's still playing football.
He's like the Lamar Jackson of arena football. He's lighting it up, man. For real.
I mean,
have you
always had the athleticism.
Before, by the way?
I have. Yeah, I've watched it before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 8-man football, and they score like 60 points a game.
Yeah, it's fun. It's actually kind of fun to watch. I mean, it's not something I watch all the time, but
yeah, I used to watch the old AFL before it went out of business.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, Rick. Yeah, that's one of the exceptions to the rule that I was talking about.
I'd argue JT Daniels' transfer wasn't as successful as you'd think.
Hell no. I thought he'd go somewhere. I keep saying this. I thought he'd go somewhere better. West Virginia.
I'm talking about him transferring to Georgia.
Oh, well, yeah. Any quarterback that goes to Georgia is an idiot. Any talented quarterback anyway. But
I mean, it's hard to say what they're told by these coaches. And if you look at Georgia's roster, if you're JT Daniels, you're going, man, they're loaded. Yeah. And
you also should be saying that I'm better than Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, who could have saw that coming, right? Why would any player from Clemson transfer to Van? Well, we did have one, didn't we? I think he was a linebacker.
That was a grad transfer.
Yeah. Shoot, what was his name? I forgot. That's unfortunate.
He was a graduate, though.
Yeah.
Carolina had a few transfers this year that really confused me. They moved up in the world. Like we had a nickel that went to Oklahoma and was going to start. It's kind of weird. All Carolina fans hated him because they thought he sucked. And we had a backup linebacker that was about to start for Auburn.
We still have a Venables on our team. He didn't transfer to Oklahoma.
Right.
Yeah, didn't he tell all of the defensive players not to come to Oklahoma? He's like, no, stay committed to Clemson.
I don't know about that.
He didn't.
I'd have heard something like that.
He told I think he told his commits to honor their commitments, but the guys that were already on Clemson's roster, he didn't.
Who was the one that decommitted from Clemson? he was a highly rated.
Dalen Everett.
Is that who it was?
Well, he decommitted from Clemson. Went to Georgia.
the IMG guys all decommitted, but
well, there was one guy in particular. I can't remember who it was.
Jaron Kanak, I think.
He decommitted from Clemson as soon as Venables left, and according to Venables, he had a phone conversation with him. Said, don't decommit from Clemson based on me not being there. And then 3 weeks later, he signed the guy.
Because Dabo gave him the okay.
Okay.
I'm from what I've heard, Dabo was like, yeah, you can. Dabo gave Venables the okay to sign him, and you can recruit him if you want.
Yeah, that's the biggest college football coach move I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But all things considered, Venables could have done a lot worse. He could have rated us probably a little bit more. He probably could have at least drawn a couple of our defensive guys already on the roster.
Yeah, if he was dirty, he could have taken several people. Absolutely. Well, he's got at least 3 coaches on the staff that left with him.
Right.
So, and I don't blame them. Look, man, they got promotions from what their position was at Clemson at Oklahoma. Yep. And you can't hate on that. You can never hate on
a defensive coordinator. No, he's a defensive coordinator now, and he's got a pay raise. So
exactly,
it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't hate on that.
Yeah,
at all.
And honestly, I think we upgraded from Todd Bates, at least from a cultural standpoint. You know, I think Nick Eason is going to pay dividends on the recruiting trail.
Oh, yeah, I like Eason too.
Yeah,
I do. I really hope we see a situation, at least whether it's in this year or next season, where Clemson plays Oklahoma in some sort of meaningful game.
That'd be cool.
That would be
Playoff,
cool.
maybe.
Maybe in the playoffs, maybe, yeah.
That'd be nice. You know, I wonder what the conversation would be before the game.
They're going to have to start making playoffs without winning the ACC because Carolina's coming.
Right.
I wouldn't even care if it was just a New Year's Six game and not the playoffs, just a big game.
Yeah, it could be the Russell. It's not the Russell Athletic Bowl anymore. No, it's the Cheez-It Bowl was the Russell Athletic Bowl, wasn't it?
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it is. It's like the same.
Yeah, same place, Orlando.
Yeah,
right.
There's like
the same stadium, so I'm guessing. Yeah,
I think that's right though.
So I mean, I remember we played Oklahoma in the Russell Athletic Bowl, and Cole Stout threw for like 300 yards.
Clemson fans love to bring that game up. Yeah.
I love bringing it up because it's funny. Because Cole Stout was terrible, but that was the best game, like by far, he ever had.
He scored 6 touchdowns against them.
Yeah. That was beautiful. And our defense was so good. We had the #1 scoring defense that year. That team had Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, Stephon Anthony. Man, that defense was so good.
I was talking about that on the Lunch Money show last night. That you remember when Venables first left Clemson, there was like this love. That was weird too. It was like this love fest between Oklahoma and Clemson fans, right?
Yeah.
And it lasted about a week.
Yeah.
And now it's the total opposite. Now it's it went from a love fest to a complete hate and trashing between the two fans. I don't even know what happened.
It's a pissing contest.
It's a pissing contest. That's right.
Who started the "We Too Deep" chant? That was a whole thing. That's still like every once in a while I see arguments about the "We Too Deep" thing, and then Venables taking doing the all-in thing, and best is the standard and all that, and who started what traditions, and it's been a whole.
Well, their whole thing is, now they believe they have the best coach in the country, even though he's never been a head coach and hasn't proven anything yet. I mean, right. But the whole thing is, well, Clemson's run is over. They're going to go back to being terrible because they were terrible before Brent Venables, and Brent Venables is now our coach, and he's going to be the best coach in the country, and he's going to, make Dabo Swinney his bitch and all this other stuff. I mean, I don't expect anything less from Oklahoma because a lot of their fans are really cocky about their program, which I get, but let's be real here. I mean, Brent Venables was a great defensive coordinator, and I think he'll be a great head coach too. But to even speak his breath in the same sentence as Dabo Swinney after what he's accomplished as a head coach is asinine at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask Dabo detractors, Brent Venables founded Clemson University, and Dabo was just kind of twiddling his
Dabo was just along for the ride. It was Brent Venables' team.
Yep.
Right.
Brent Venables coached all 3 phases of the game. He coached the offense, the defense, and the special teams.
Yeah, and he ran the program and hired all the coordinators and everything.
He built our facilities himself. Legend has it. So.
Well, I'll root for Venables to succeed because I like him, unless they're playing Clemson.
Right.
That's all. Thank you, sir, UGA, for the Cash App. He says, what did you say? Ain't nothing dandy about Vandy. Shots fired.
Honestly, I'd say the opposite. I think they're all dandy. Like, they don't have anything else.
See, here we go. This isn't even an Oklahoma fan.
Right.
Based on what? He's got, I'll tell you right now, Dabo, how many hundreds of wins does Dabo Swinney have right now?
About 150.
150, and guess how many Venables has? 0. Got a long hill to climb, bro. I mean,
Dabo is 150-36, I think.
See, this is why Mac Brown's better than Nick Saban. He has more wins.
Dabo has the best active winning percentage of any active head coach. True story.
Hurricane T2Y wants to note that Georgia beat Clemson about as much as Clemson broke Miami.
We got their coach fired.
North
back
Carolina
in
broke
2015.
Miami.
Remember when we got Al Golden fired, 58-0?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Hey, we got Manny Diaz fired twice. He was basically fired after 2020, and we got him fired again in 2021. And he knew he was fired because he was staring out into space after the loss. He stayed in the stadium for an hour after the game.
I'm pretty sure the last time who was president the last time that Miami beat Clemson?
it was Obama because they beat us in they beat us in 2010, I think.
12 years ago.
Yeah. So, but they haven't beat us since then. And we've beaten them by like a combined score of like 160-20 or something like that.
I've been counting my days for a long time now. I've counted Hurricanes days too. It's been, what, 20 years? A lot more days.
I love that Miami fans are just skipping all the steps to winning in football. They got to win the Coastal first.
Yeah, they're skipping division wins. They're skipping conference wins. They're skipping. Yeah, they're going right to the playoffs, right?
Miami fans are so delusional. So funny, man. They're not winning shit.
I love it.
They're not winning shit.
Man, it's going to be real awkward if Miami comes up to Death Valley and gets drugged this year. It's going to be
It's going to be real awkward.
It's going to be great. I can't wait. I can't wait for the. I can't wait to hear someone call for Mario Cristobal to be fired.
If Miami travels up to Death Valley and gets curb stomped, like they probably will. Look, I mean, let's be real. But if they do, it doesn't even faze Miami fans. We'll be in the offseason next year doing the ACC show. Hurricane T2Y will be in the comments section saying the same exact shit that he's saying right now.
So true.
I've said this before, but I just can't wait till they're all talking about firing Mario Cristobal after Texas A&M beats the dog shit out of him.
Oh man, oh god, A&M's gonna have their way with them, and it's gonna be man. And they're losing to Jimbo too, and they hate doing that. So
yeah, they're used to it though.
Yeah, they are used to it.
But Mac Brown's their daddy.
Yep.
Thank you, HPP, for the very generous super chat. He says, I want to echo Mrs. Pete's point. Georgia did not score a single offensive touchdown against Clemson's defense. And that defense this year is going to be even better than it was last year.
You see, and there goes Kevin already. So only because we kneeled the ball. So great. So you would have scored 7 points on Clemson's D instead of 0. Congratulations.
And let's not forget that as bad as Clemson's offense was last year, and as good as Georgia's defense was, we still got inside the 5-yard line and somehow screwed that up.
Yeah, that was horrendous.
3 straight passes, didn't run the ball once.
Right,
and DJ couldn't hit the broadside of a barn anyway, and then decided to throw it 3 times. That's why Tony Elliott's a Virginia Cavalier now.
I remember that drive too because DJ had a really long run. I was like, oh my god, finally, because it felt like we could get nothing going pretty much all, and we were in Georgia territory when DJ threw that pick 6 at the end of the first half. Like we were going to be in scoring position, and then Justin Ross ran the wrong route, and DJ threw a horrible ball, and you know the rest is history. But oh, look who it is!
Count your days, Clemson.
I've been for 20 years.
Y'all into a smithereen.
Right.
And Georgia Tech, y'all still are a little bitch. So
Don't say nothing.
What?
Yeah, we own Georgia Tech.
The hell you
talk,
do? You tied the
You want to
series
talk about
up this
owning a
year.
team? You want to talk about
You
owning a
tied
team?
the series up.
North
The hell
Carolina.
you do?
You guys are like empty calories. All the wins you
Series
got
is
against
tied,
us,
bud.
we didn't do nothing with it.
Series is tied,
But we
man.
did beat you, did we not?
Yeah, you won, but you didn't win when it counted.
Y'all got a losing all-time record against a basketball school. How does that feel?
No, didn't we spank that basketball school this year?
And then did what with it? Losing the national
Didn't we
championship.
own the state of North Carolina this year? We whooped y'all. We whooped Duke. We whooped Wake Forest. We was 5-0 against all you bitches.
And which two teams were in the Final Four?
And who lost?
Okay, Miami lost before that.
You guys blew a wet dream.
Did y'all not have a 6-point lead and lose by 30?
Wasn't you guys up by like 1,000,000 points and then lost by 1,000,001?
No, we lost by like 3 and had a 15-point lead.
Yeah, after you guys was up by like 1.5 million.
15. You were up by 6 and lost by 30. That's hard to do.
Nobody remembers second place. What up, Jayhawks?
Nobody remembers 8th place either.
We were 6th.
6th and 8th. There's not much of a difference.
We're not a basketball school that can't win.
Not a football school either.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh. Remember those same words. Keep those same
I will.
words.
Y'all not doing nothing.
They stole our AD, so they're about to go on a 15-year run. When
we cut the head off that goat and curry it Jamaican style, we'll remember you.
Where have I heard the he's a Miami thing before? Or he's a Miami man thing?
North Carolina. Y'all ain't won shit, have you?
What have y'all won in the last 20 years?
I'm pretty sure that North Carolina has an ACC championship. It's something that Miami doesn't have.
When did North Carolina win an ACC championship?
Same year Georgia won a national championship.
When did North Carolina win an ACC championship?
I mean, we have a better NFL player than y'all do too. That's crazy.
Wow. If Lion,
who is Miami produces better than Lawrence
Lion
Taylor?
was a person, PigskinPeete, you found him and put him.
Hold on. Who can somebody name me a player Miami's produced that's better than Lawrence Taylor?
You hanging your hat on one guy, right?
I mean, you're hanging your hat on ancient national championships. What's the difference?
Who else? Other than Lawrence Taylor, who else you got?
And Julius Peppers.
Keep on going. Because I got 9 Hall of Famers that I could just drop right now.
Cool story, bro.
Mm-hmm. So you got 2 guys that you can name, and then the rest of them was like, he got drafted, or maybe he walked onto a team.
This is like watching 2 drunk guys at a party hit themselves at the same time and knock each other out.
Listen, I don't know where the North Carolina beef comes from because they haven't really won anything for us to even compare teams.
I mean, we've won the same amount of stuff.
Everyone beats with Miami when we got to listen to you in the offseason.
Georgia Tech. What have you guys won? You're not even the most relevant team in Georgia anymore. Georgia stumped that shit out this year.
I'm still waiting on what Miami's won in the last 20 years.
Now Georgia Tech #90, whatever it was, that's irrelevant.
Is Miami the most relevant team in Florida?
About as relevant as 2001. But it's
By the
funny.
way,
I'm not going to take crap from a Miami fan about being the best team in the state.
Fun fact, by the way, the Dakota schools had more players drafted than the Florida schools.
In order for the Florida schools to beat out Miami, they would have to combine national championships. We got 5. The other 2 peanut heads got 3.
The current,
I thought you were talking about
recruits
this
weren't
last
even
year.
alive the last
No,
time
we talk.
Miami won
At
national
Miami,
title.
we talk about championships, so that's why we don't talk to North Carolina.
But
y'all haven't been talking for a while.
Florida and Florida State have won national titles more recently than Miami. So what?
Kudos to them. Tell them we're still waiting for them to catch up. Miami had all these down years and they still didn't catch up.
How many y'all got? 5?
Yeah, you know that, don't you?
Yeah, I like the Coach Coop hat.
Yeah.
But
how many do you guys have?
4.
4 and 1.
Is Miami still paying what's his face for no reason?
Ed Reed.
Oh, Ed Reed.
Ed Reed, yeah.
He's still on the staff, I think, as far as I know.
He's the chancellor, I think was his title. Whatever the hell.
Yeah, what happened to Ed Reed being the D coordinator, Ray Lewis being the linebackers coach, all that stuff?
The question is Clemson football team still wasting what are those called? Scholarships on players, coaches, families, and shit. Are they still doing that?
You still we ran the ACC doing that. That's a shame. Go off to some coaches' kids back in 2020.
Now looking at Dabo's dumbass mistakes over this offseason, y'all demise will be televised.
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
God, this guy.
How many 10-win seasons has Miami had in the last 10 years? Last 20 years, really.
Same amount as North Carolina, by the way.
Guy, don't laugh. Because I tried to watch some of your videos, bro. You put me to sleep, man. I'm not even going to lie to you.
But why would I put you to sleep? I mean, we've been more successful in the ACC than you have. So keep your mouth shut.
Pitt has more ACC titles than Miami.
You won one ACC title.
Oh my God!
They also have more division titles too.
Oh, it ain't so.
The 1 year
they have the same amount actually.
Your first ACC championship.
No, they've
yeah, Pitt has 2.
All right, that ain't the only thing that Pitt got. We are the only team to beat Clemson more than once since 2015. So hush it.
But where the hell is this energy at in your goddamn videos?
Well, I took your sister out to a date, so that's where it went to.
Yeah.
Bro, you look like you smell barbecue chip bags.
Oh, yes, the fuck I do. I love barbecue chips. I'll sniff them and roll them up with my joint.
You in a basement or in the attic?
Oh no, I'm in the dungeon. I like to call this. I like to call this Miami has 0 ACC title dungeons.
Hey, T2Y, can you see the screen? Look at what K-Dog said to you, man.
It's fact.
Nobody's worrying about that because K-Dog only talking now because they finally won something.
I thought you were talking about championships.
Isn't Georgia undefeated against Miami?
I love that Miami fans.
Actually, Miami won the last game we played against Georgia. Last time we played Georgia was 1966.
Is that true?
Yeah, and we beat them 7-6.
We've never lost to Georgia.
Yeah, big win for the Hurricanes.
Big time.
So I don't know where the Georgia and Miami beef come from other than the Mark Richt situation.
It's because both their fan bases are so awful, it transcends not even playing each other.
Does Georgia Tech have a fan base? Or did they all convert to Georgia fans now?
Hell no.
Well, Fleta did, but not Sea-Dog.
Oh, don't bring up Sleta. He's not a Georgia fan or a Georgia Tech fan. He's not either.
Miami fans are going to be down bad this year. Miami and the Cowboys are mediocre.
Why you guys keep letting this guy with no national championship talk?
What are you talking about? No national championships. Our basketball national championships are more relevant than your football national championships in 2022.
We're talking about ACC championships, actually.
Yeah, we're also on the ACC show, not the national show. And we have more ACC championships.
We got an ACC championship in basketball.
Imagine a poverty program that can't win an ACC championship.
No, but for real, Pitt is whatever. Dude, you got to put some energies in those videos, bro, because I try to watch your shit. But
if you don't like my shit, don't watch it. I'm not here to please a fan. I'm not here to please a fan who can't even win an ACC title.
My name is Pitt the Spit and hit the like.
You sound like you got a dick in your mouth.
And I'm like, bro, put some fucking energy in these fucking videos.
The same way you put energy into never winning an ACC title.
Poor Pitt guy. See, this energy that you're giving me right now, if you put that shit in your videos, I would watch all of them. Literally,
your trash talking videos are pretty good, I gotta say.
Pitt fans win one ACC title and don't know how to act.
Exactly. That's why you can't give Pitt.
Who said that, Luke?
Yeah, I did.
First of all, you can't even beat us, so keep your mouth shut.
Y'all couldn't beat us for the first decade you were in the ACC. Congrats on 2 wins, bro.
And then Sam Howell couldn't do shit against us, and yet you guys are always top 10 preseason favorites.
I mean, Pitt got hella lucky this year with that.
You got so lucky in 2020, by the way. Javonte and Mike would have run for 500. You can ask Miami fans about that.
Listen,
you would have not ran. No, you wouldn't have.
Miami was terrible with Diaz, but Pitt couldn't find a way to beat him.
I'll lose to Miami every single year if that means you never win an ACC title and we keep winning them.
I do. Hey, I do remember in 2017, Miami went undefeated and then went up to Pitt and got curb stomped, and then they lost 2 games after that because they were still reeling from that loss to Pitt so bad.
Like Kenny Pickett's first career game.
What do you consider a stomp? Because
Miami made Kelly Bryant look like a Heisman
maybe
finalist.
that's like 3 or 4 points.
No, we beat you by 10.
Oh, you remember that, don't you?
And Miami damn near turned Javonte Williams into a first-round pick.
I was there.
That was your first Super Bowl championship, right?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
And Kelly Bryant owns Miami.
Damn, that's not bad.
That's tough.
There needs to be a lot of people recently that do.
Oh man,
it's a poor FSU fan. Oh, don't even get us started on poor FSU. NIL money ain't going on down there. Speaking of NIL money, hey, Pitt guy, how's it feel to see a guy hit the transfer portal today because he wants some money?
Don't really care, actually, as much as I thought it would affect me a lot more. I just don't care. If he doesn't want to be here, he don't want to be here. He was never meant to be at Pitt in the first place if he's going to act like that.
Okay, so when West Virginia whoop y'all ass, don't use it as an excuse.
Dang.
Now, here's what I say as a neutral party here.
Hold on, Pete. Let me say this one thing.
We're in the superior Atlantic, so we're just kind of me and Peter just kind of observing.
First of all, West Virginia ain't beating anything but their cousin. Secondly, we return our whole entire defense. They ain't beating nobody.
As a neutral party here, because I really don't care.
This is a lot of talk for 2 teams that aren't winning the Coastal.
I do think that Pitt is going to curb stomp West
Virginia. North Carolina guy just said that, or was that the Georgia Tech guy?
I do think Pitt's going to curb stomp West Virginia.
Who do you think said it, bro?
Thank you.
North Carolina guy. You guys have been more overrated than us the last couple
So
of years.
overrated that we beat you 3 years in a row.
Yeah, but what have you beaten other than us? Nothing.
Well, sir, you just
congrats, bro. You talk about beating Pitt like I didn't say the same thing.
And what has Miami beaten?
3 years in a row.
Nothing. Nobody.
What Miami
act like we didn't drop 60 on you.
Miami's beating themselves for the last 20 years with all these bad coaching.
Oh, so now it's
I'm sure,
Miami's fault.
I'm sure Mario Cristobal would have held us to 50 instead of 60.
Oh my God! Now Miami fans talking about bad
all you guys' nightmares.
I'm not scared.
Who are you going to hire in 3 years when Mario gets fired? By the way,
I don't seen it all.
Mario's got a 10-year contract, 7-year guarantee.
I'm not scared.
I can tell you from experience that's not a good idea.
Mario has had all the talent advantage in the world over in the Pac-12, and he couldn't beat Utah. So I'm not scared, man.
And Dabo's a moron, and he's won 2 national championships. Your point?
Right. What has Mario done?
The moron could do that. What's Miami?
Basically, anything could happen in college football. I mean, hell, we just saw Pitt won an ACC championship. That just proves that anything can happen in college football.
Except Miami making
if it was such a down year, how come you didn't win it?
How come y'all didn't beat us?
Because we didn't.
Same reason y'all couldn't beat North Carolina.
Y'all got all the muscle in the world to beat Clemson, to beat on the other guys, but you couldn't beat Miami. Sorry, Clemson.
Because Miami is like.
Why would you call Clemson? Clemson is listen to me for a second. This is my fucking show. Clemson has been your fucking daddy, sir, ever since you've been in the ACC.
We sat back and watched people clap y'all cheeks this year.
Fucking poverty ass program Miami is living in fucking 1985.
Yeah, that's why we took your AD.
Nobody worried about no damn AD.
Nobody cares about
the
AD.
Because now
that's not even the AD that hired
Dabo.
We've been through multiple ADs.
Y'all fired the AD because he couldn't hire coaches and he was only good at fundraising to hire an AD that's good at the same things.
North Carolina.
You hired. You
can't even come back from that because you know it's true.
All I'm gonna say with North Carolina,
the guy we replaced him with does.
I know you guys are. I know you guys are looking forward to basketball season. That's it.
I mean, y'all look forward to baseball season every year, I guess.
Oh, we're a good baseball team right now too. Didn't we just
Okay.
play?
What do you mean? You're not doing anything else.
Didn't we come up to North Carolina and beat y'all 3 days in a row?
First off, it was in Miami.
And then you went up to
second,
Pitt. Then you went up to Pitt and got your ass whooped.
What is Pitt?
I can't laugh because we lost to Pitt too, but it's still.
Hey, we
fun.
swept Pitt.
Who was that?
I swept Pitt.
No, you beat us 3 times. We beat you once.
Well, it's a 3-game series, sir. That's not possible.
Oh, well, you actually played us 4 times because of.
We didn't. That was the first ACC series of the year. We beat you. We swept you.
No, I remember that because I was at the game. I get free tickets to every sporting event, including football.
So you were in Chapel Hill?
Oh no, I was in. Not North Carolina. I'm sorry. Fuck, my bad, Luke. That's my fault. We played every single North Carolina baseball team that we could possibly think of.
Let me ask you guys this, because I've been seeing Gold and Blue Dude run with this topic for a year now. Do y'all think West Virginia should come into the ACC?
I don't care.
No, no, and I don't care if they did.
I don't concern myself with West Virginia.
No, it's the only school. It's only going to benefit Pitt and West Virginia. That's it.
I would like to see them come in the ACC just for that reason. Because
I'd like to see it for other sports, but I don't really care about them in football.
I mean, we owe West Virginia an ass whooping from the last time we played, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, they did put 70 on you guys.
Yeah. Best thing that ever happened to Clemson. So.
Wow.
Here's what I will tell you about Gold and Blue Dude.
I know you're not laughing about crazy scores. Like we didn't put 60
he
on
had
you.
some sort of inside source.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
He has no inside source, and West Virginia is not joining the ACC. So there you go.
And he sure as hell ain't beating us by double digits. He can get that out of his head right now.
So triple digits?
Fuck no. Just because West Virginia got JT Daniels doesn't mean anything. We're gonna make him our bitch September 1st.
The fact of the matter is, Pittsburgh right now is a better program than West Virginia is.
That's the former USC quarterback, bull, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not too high on Keaton Slovis, but then again, I didn't realize during the spring game they gave him all the backups and no starters whatsoever. None.
Here's a free talking point for you, by the way.
What was y'all recruiting?
West Virginia starting the guy that couldn't beat out the Pitt Star.
What was our what?
What was y'all recruiting class ranked this year?
Why does that matter?
Trying to see what kind of talent you guys pull.
You're not bragging about.
Why does that matter, though?
You just want to make
even with all this shit talent that we got, we still have been able to go toe to toe with Clemson. Even if they did whoop our ass for 2 years in a row, we still.
Dude, why are you using Clemson as a measuring stick when I'm asking you about recruiting?
Because we're the only ACC team that can beat them.
Really? How many games did they lose this year?
Who, Pitt or Clemson?
Clemson.
3?
You're not the only ACC team that could beat them.
Yeah, we are the only ACC team that can beat them. We're the only ACC team that can beat them more than once. We've beaten them twice. We actually lead the series over Clemson.
And what?
Yeah, everybody leads the series over
accomplishments do you
That's
get
not
for
that
that?
big of an accomplishment.
Well, first of all, we got more ACC titles than your bitch ass will ever
Oh my
have.
God! You finally got one, and now that's
Secondly, we have more ranked wins over opponents, which includes you, in the past 8 years. What has Miami got? Let's see, a very long rap sheet for every single player.
That's it. I was waiting for more.
Oh, I could go more, but I just had surgery, so my stomach's starting to hurt.
Pittsburgh sent Mark
Yeah,
Richt
you
to
might as well just
retirement.
go ahead and throw up all that bullshit.
What did you say, Pigskin?
You guys ain't accomplished shit. Your biggest achievement is beating Clemson. Whoop-de-doo.
Actually, winning the ACC
years is winning
the
a coastal one.
championship, and yet nobody wants to come to your freaking school.
Well, we did just get a 4-star quarterback commit. We got
What
a Kenny
was your
for a
class
penny.
ranked this season after winning an ACC championship, sir?
Why does that matter?
In the ACC, wasn't it?
Hey, T2I, if we're talking about recruiting, Miami had the second best class in the ACC. Can you tell me who they were behind?
Wait, hold on. Clemson. Wait,
The rankings are updated, so Clemson's third in the ACC.
what?
No,
This,
it's not
What
true.
in the ACC?
Yeah, 2022.
You said Clemson is third?
Clemson
Yeah.
finished 10th.
So what does got
Clemson's
to do with
14th in the
about who's
country. They
second?
updated the
No,
rankings.
no. Updated.
I'm looking at them right now.
Yesterday?
No,
I'm looking at them right now,
North
Pete.
Carolina, Miami, then Clemson, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
The
But North
composite.
Carolina is not going to do anything.
as far as
without
from what I see, Clemson is
Clemson at
10th
10.
and North Carolina is 11th.
I'm looking at overall.
Yeah,
I guess
North
that includes
Carolina's
transfer.
not.
That includes transfers.
Okay.
We don't take
Oh yeah.
transfers.
Well, Miami might be number one. They're transfer university. Transfers.
And if you're looking at a
Clemson
transfer,
doesn't know
Miami
how
was
to
still
build a
behind
team
Clemson
in the
composite
ACC.
too.
if you're looking at transfers on 247, we're like ninth in the country, number one in the ACC.
Congrats.
You're welcome.
And still can't win an ACC title.
One of those transfers includes one of our leftovers that couldn't get on the field.
Oh, talk that trash. When he spanked y'all last when we played it.
I highly doubt
military.
that. That man has been dropping passes for 3 years. I'm not worried.
And just
about
like y'all were spanking Alabama last year.
it. And I watched that spring
North
game. Y'all still
Carolina,
dropping
you
passes.
guys was the
He
biggest.
dropped a touchdown pass.
You guys was the biggest waste of time last year. They
Yeah,
had
y'all
all
still
this-
couldn't beat us.
They had
Y'all
all
still
this
couldn't beat
hype. They had all this hype around you guys, and then you went out and shit the bed.
You still couldn't beat us. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, imagine not being able to beat North Carolina last year. Couldn't be
You
me.
guys went out and shit the bed. They hyped you guys up all offseason. Oh, it should be Clemson versus North Carolina in the ACC championship. Woo!
You still couldn't beat us though.
Yeah, hang your hat on that. That's the
Okay,
problem.
you're hanging your hat
That's the
on
problem with
our
all the
side.
teams in the coastal. Oh, we got to win off of Miami. We're good. We're okay.
You don't say that like you haven't just been saying that we win over Pitt, so we're good.
We're not good because we went over Pitt. We won over Pitt because we just won over Pitt, but that don't mean we're good.
That's your argument for you being better than Pitt. That's my argument for Carolina being better than Miami.
Ain't no argument for us being better than Pitt. Our argument for being better than Pitt is because we got 5 national championships recently.
Yeah, Navy has like
not back in the
17 national
1800s,
championships. They
not
must be
back
better
in
than
the
Alabama.
Not back in the 1800s.
I don't give
You
a
do
shit
realize the current
when.
recruits weren't alive when you won the national championships. That might as well be in the 1800s for them.
North Carolina, did you really say something about when Miami recruits was alive with national championships when you haven't won none?
Okay. Yale has 17 national
the
championships.
kids
Are they
that-
better than Alabama?
The kids that gonna see your national championships will never be born.
What?
People that saw
That
yours are
doesn't even
currently
make
dying
any
right
sense.
now because they're in retirement homes.
You guys will never win a championship, sir. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all aren't winning another one. Keep talking.
I've got kids. One of them's a teenager. He hasn't seen Miami even win an ACC championship.
There are people in their 20s that haven't seen
And if that's
Miami
the
win
case,
an
he'll
ACC
never
championship.
see North Carolina win one or a championship.
9.
When was the last one?
76.
I wasn't even thought of. My brother was born.
Pretty sure it was 76.
Yeah, my brother was born in 74.
But everybody wants to talk about Miami 2001 when their team hasn't won. Last time y'all won a championship, probably indoor toilets wasn't even made yet.
Damn.
The last time y'all won a championship, it took you 20 minutes to go through the airport.
When was the last time y'all won a championship? You keep saying y'all won a championship. Thank you. We know. But when did y'all win one?
Who
Win
cares?
an ACC
What does that
title,
have to
then we'll
apply to
talk.
2022?
The point
Yale's
is,
won
both North
17
Carolina
national
and Miami
championships.
are in
Are
the
they better
same
than
boat,
Miami?
effectively, when it comes to recruiting.
So
Like
your team
they
ain't never
can't-
win no
neither team
championship.
can recruit their history.
But you're trying to crack jokes on a team on the last time they won one.
Hey, Yale's won more national championships than Miami. They must be way better than Miami.
That's like me coming on here and like, oh, Clemson, you haven't won a championship in like 3-4 years. Ha ha. Wouldn't that be stupid?
A championship in the last 3-4 years is a lot more impressive than one 20 years ago.
And then there's the one that never won one.
Okay, bro. Nobody really cares.
You're like that one kid.
Again,
you're
Yale
like
has
that one
17
kid
of them.
Every single year, just watch everybody else go out and party and you sit at home.
We're talking about
You're
football.
not invited to the dance, sir. You're not invited.
You've never even.
When's the last time Miami's been invited, sir?
Every single team on here can talk about championships except for one.
Cool, bro.
Well, why is it that you've been in the ACC for 19 years and still haven't won it?
There's a lot of reasons for that. Which one of the
There is a lot of reasons.
Which one of the excuses you want?
It's the same reason they're not going to win it this year.
I don't even think Pitt will win it this year. I do not have Pitt.
I don't
winning
even
the
think
ACC.
Clemson will be in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they will.
No,
Clemson's going to be in it, and they're going to win it.
North Carolina will spank them again.
North Carolina.
I don't even know the school names. That's wild.
See, I just wanted to get the guy at the bottom all riled up, like, oh, he thinks we're going to beat Clemson. No, North Carolina
No,
State.
you just said Clemson's not going to even be in the ACC championship. So if they're not, who is going to be?
The Wolfpack will play Miami in the championship.
Man, get the fuck, man.
Clemson's not going to make it there, sir.
Hold on. Name me 3 players on NC State's team.
He can't.
I can't.
Devin Leary.
What are you talking about?
But they'll hey, from what I'm hearing, they got enough coming back to beat Clemson.
Name 3 of those players.
I don't know. I just told you
I
that.
can name one.
What are you talking about?
I can't name anybody on Clemson's team either.
Oh, bullshit.
That's
a lie.
Well, okay, now
Except
you're
for
smoking
DJ
crack.
Ukalaka Ooga Ooga, because you can't miss that one.
That's a damn lie.
And he's a terrible quarterback.
Hey, T2Y, when was the last time NC State beat Clemson in Clemson? Which is where they play this year.
I see what you did there. They beat you last year, so you switch it to home. Okay.
That's what's relevant. They're playing us in Clemson.
I get you. They'll still beat you.
So glad we don't play Clemson this year.
I'll give it to you this way. The last time that NC State beat Clemson in Clemson, YouTube wasn't even invented yet.
That's tough.
Damn.
Well, maybe it was invented, but nobody was on there.
NC State has only beaten Clemson like 3 times this century.
So wait, that means we can't be the last team to beat Clemson in Clemson.
Why do you guys like to hang?
No, you are.
On
Wait, we are?
On the
Wait,
last-
Pitt is the last. Hold on. Shut up, Miami. You're not relevant.
Clemson has a winning streak in the country right now.
A team that hasn't won.
So wait a minute. We're the last team to beat Clemson in Death Valley.
Clemson hasn't lost a home game in 5 years.
Damn.
Yep.
I'll take that.
Does college football not change every year, Pete? Don't shit.
Apparently not, because y'all still brag about national titles from 25 years ago.
I mean, sir, for the 9th time tonight, you don't have nothing to brag about.
You don't really either, since college football's changed so much.
Sir, the last time I look at y'all trophy case, there was an action figure of Spider-Man in there.
How to know when a Miami fan's losing an argument when they bring up the national titles?
Because we can, right?
And those still don't win you.
You'll never hear a North
25
Carolina
years
fan.
ago.
You'll never hear a North Carolina fan win a conversation with anything to do with championships.
Hey, now look at this here.
I can just claim Yale right now and say we have 5 times your national titles.
Now, nobody, I don't know a Clemson fan that's harder on Clemson than Huffer Billy Paul, so he's definitely not like a blind homer, but he says, I will bet $1,000 that Clemson beats NC State. What do you think about that? You want to bet him on
money
that?
line.
I'll double that.
Damn, you want to bet $2,000, T2Y?
I'm all right. See the way my bank account set up.
Damn.
That's
all I got in my bank account is a grant.
I think y'all forget Clemson
Clemson
gets up for revenge games. You saw what we did to Notre Dame?
Oh,
when
damn.
we played them the second time? Man, when NC State coming to Death Valley.
You want to make a wager on Miami versus Clemson?
How much?
I'll wager a pair of testicles, which is something you don't
I
have.
will definitely make a wager between Miami and Clemson.
I mean, this is ridiculous. Miami
That's
fans
why I
never
like
learn.
West Virginia better than Pitt.
Pinecone, didn't you lose a bunch of money against
You
Alabama?
can actually make football jokes instead of trying to insult people.
Didn't you lose a bunch
Oh
of
my God!
Alabama?
First of all, dude, West Virginia is not better than us. They will never will be better than us. They haven't done shit since moving to the Big 12, and we've done way more than they have.
You see what you've done, Pete?
What did I do?
If you guys had made it to the ACC championship and whooped them, we wouldn't have to listen to this bullshit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to suck it up until the ACC
Because we did our
championship.
part. We did our part. We
Oh,
whooped
stop
their
it.
ass.
Look, Clemson's been carrying the conference for the past 8 years, man. You guys
We
know
did
you
our
guys
part.
did your part.
We beat Pitt. It
Well,
was the rest of
who'd
the
you lose
bottom
to last
feeders
year,
that
though?
didn't
Then
beat
you
them.
lost and lost a bunch of other games.
It was the other guys that didn't beat them. That's why they made it there.
I mean, y'all could have made it there if you actually beat teams like North Carolina.
I mean, Clemson was capable of beating us last year, except
North
DJ
Carolina,
just
North
sucks.
Carolina. Who did you guys lose to this year?
Not Miami.
Who did you
Georgia
guys lose
Tech.
to? Did you
Yeah.
guys did you guys beat Pitt?
I remember that. Sea Dog beat North Carolina all to turn around the next week and get their ass whooped by us.
What was the score when Pitt and
I beat North
Carolina?
Carolina single-handedly.
What was the score when Carolina and Miami played?
Dude, you guys won by 3 points.
Okay.
Who,
you
us?
won.
Big deal. Okay.
Count
Over
the same.
Georgia Tech?
What was the score between North Carolina and Pitt?
It was
It was
close. It was in
30 to
overtime.
27.
Damn,
Yeah,
how you
3
gonna
points.
lose to
3
North
points.
Carolina?
Okay. So what are
Miami,
we
how you
talking
lose to
about?
North Carolina? They got beat by South Carolina. That's pretty fucking sad, man.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Lost
And
to a
first of all, I'm not
66 to
talking about
26
North
2 years
Carolina,
ago.
dumbass. I'm talking about Georgia Tech.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to T2Y.
Not you, Pigskin. I'm sorry. I'm talking to the fan who's not relevant.
Dude, haven't you noticed I haven't been talking to Georgia Tech because they don't matter?
Hey, I do.
Oh, man. Losing the chat.
I think it's kind of funny. I can't say much, but I did realize like we did beat North Carolina last year, which is more than
That was
anybody
your
else
Super
here.
Bowl.
Imagine
It was
losing
my
to a
Super
team that
Bowl.
lost
That's
to
all I
Georgia
got,
Tech.
man.
Holy
Give me
shit.
a break.
Oh, Miami beat Georgia Tech, though, Mr. North Carolina, man.
Give
You
me a
lost to a
break.
team that
Yeah,
lost
they-
to Georgia Tech.
I remember Miami was so.
Yeah, we also beat
Did
all
Miami
the
lose
other
to,
guys.
y'all
that
lost to
lost.
Virginia, didn't you? Did Miami lose to both Virginia schools?
Yeah, they lost. They definitely lost to Virginia. I think Virginia Tech had given up by the time they played Miami.
No, they beat Virginia
We
Tech.
beat Virginia Tech. I was at that game.
Yeah, that was after Fuente. They completely given up on the season.
Yeah, and they still were in that game.
Yeah, that game was way too close.
Yeah, when we started putting our second and third strings in. Okay.
Man,
Oh, right. Of course.
Miami was so terrible
We
last year.
lost to Florida
They
State.
fired everybody.
Explain that one. Hold on.
The athletic director, the coaches, the only person they didn't fire was Ed Reed for some reason.
Jordan, let's not act like let's not act like Clemson almost gave up the game against Florida State. Let's not pretend.
But did we? We won. We won the game, didn't we?
Dude,
Didn't you guys blow a lead?
Hey, if we're doing that, then Miami almost gave up the game.
Fans won't
to
even
Georgia Tech.
admit that they got a terrible quarterback.
We won 10 games
Who's
with a terrible
not
quarterback.
admitting that?
Jordan, how good is DJ?
We won 10 games with a terrible quarterback.
How good is he?
You could put me at quarterback, still beat Miami.
Oh.
Right.
Facts.
Well,
might need a cane after that.
Well, we're beating you by 20.
Didn't Miami? Y'all gave a 4th and
Y'all
17
might
to
have to
Jordan
put you-
Travis. Jordan Travis dotted y'all up.
Damn.
That's
And
unfortunate.
even we carved Jordan Travis.
They're the same team that Carolina ran the same 3 plays over and over again and beat them by 30.
That is
Dropped 60 on you with 3 plays.
Congratulations. What did you get for it?
The same thing y'all got for it.
You didn't win an ACC championship. You didn't win nothing. You didn't
Oh, I know you're not talking about winning ACC championship.
But you won
I'm
the
not
Super
even gonna
Bowl
beat
because
that
you beat
horse
Miami.
again.
Congratulations.
And
Hey,
did
what's
Jordan
okay.
Travis throw to a wide receiver from a transfer wide receiver from Kansas to beat y'all?
Oh, damn.
Congratulations.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Congratulations.
Y'all
You
let it
lost to a team that lost to
Now the
Jacksonville
tide has
State.
turned.
You lost to a team that lost to Jacksonville State. Can you explain
Crazy.
that one, sir?
What's Manny Diaz doing these days? Anyone heard from him?
That's what I'm saying. I
Right?
can't make no excuses for Manny Diaz.
That's tough.
I'm just asking
I'm
where
glad
he's
that Florida State did.
I
beat
think
him.
he's at
Look
Penn State.
Look at the
Is he-
domino effect
Is he
that
real?
happened
Oh
in
yeah, you're
Miami.
right. Is he the defensive coordinator there, or he's got a?
Yeah.
Are you going to be glad when FSU beats Mario Cristobal too?
Yeah, when Mario Cristobal
That's
gets
not
fired
happening.
in 3 years after the
That's
same
not
thing happens.
happening. That's like Georgia Tech beating Georgia.
Just like Manny Diaz would never get fired because he was a Miami man, and there's no way he could fail.
Didn't
I
Manny
heard the
Diaz
same
play
thing 3
for
years ago.
Florida State? Isn't that true? Yeah, he did. Manny Diaz graduated from Florida State, didn't he?
Oh man.
Yeah, he did.
Definitely.
Yeah, he did.
True?
Yeah, he did.
Oh man.
He's a FSU grad.
Why were all the Miami people talking about he was a Miami man?
He's not.
That was a narrative. He's a Florida man. He can recruit the state of Florida. He'll be a great coach.
The reason they said that is because his dad was the mayor of Miami.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get all those
Nobody
old
thought
arguments.
Diaz was a recruiter down here. Nobody did.
I can pull up all the old videos talking about how Manny Diaz was going to be great.
Recruits. Nobody thought he was a recruiter.
Nobody thought who was recruited?
Manny Diaz.
I can pull up old videos of them talking about how great a hire Manny Diaz was because he's a Florida man.
First of all, they didn't even take no freaking time to even look around for any other coaches before they hired Manny Diaz. The AD was so freaking dumb.
Bro, when they hired Manny Diaz, you were saying the same shit you're saying now about Clemson's days are numbered. Miami's about to take over. And now you're like, yeah, they didn't really look around. Just hired Manny Diaz for no reason.
They didn't, though. They didn't.
They're going to say the same thing 3 years from now when they fire Mario.
Guess what? The AD you have now can't hire coaches.
He didn't have to, sir. He didn't have to. We got our guy. We're not worrying about anything you're saying right now.
We fired the fundraising AD to hire another fundraising AD.
When he holds on to under,
it's funny. As soon as this new AD came in, guess what? We're knocking down buildings, we're rebuilding facilities and everything like that. So congratulations. Thank you, Clemson.
He's a
cool story, bro. You're a decade behind.
Thank you, Clemson.
That's great.
That's what we needed. We needed.
But he's not going to get rid of
actually come in and help build the program up.
He's going to keep around your shitty coaches, though.
And by the way, he is a Miami grad, so he's home now. I know he got tired of chasing pigs up there in South Carolina.
All right, 5 years from now, when whatever your basketball coach, Larry, whatever his name
Why
is,
are you worried about our basketball coach?
I'm just saying.
Did he whoop Clemson's ass this year?
I never said Clemson basketball was good because that same AD y'all hired refused to fire our basketball coach. He's gonna keep around all your crappy coaches too.
Let me tell you something. And this is I'm not even trash talking here. Normally, the athletic director is the boss of the coach. In Clemson's case, Dabo Swinney was his boss, not the other way around, man.
Okay. Well,
I guess Mario said went.
I guess Mario will be his boss. Oh well.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. We got
for 3 years until he's fired.
There are a lot of athletic.
Clemson?
There are a lot of athletic directors out there that can do the same job that Dan Radical.
All right. Well, thank you for that information. But how long was he at Clemson?
Like 7 years or something.
He got 2 championships out of it. So congratulations.
He didn't hire the coach that won.
He didn't hire the coach that won those championships.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure he did enough behind the scene to help him. So congratulations.
Literally any AD would have done the same thing.
Right.
Nah, not James, not Blake. Nope.
Sure, bro.
Blake James, y'all could have Blake James right now. Your program will go back to what it was in the 2000s.
What Miami is now, I mean?
Dude, why the North Carolina guy keep talking?
Why you keep bringing up national titles? Dude. Nobody cares.
I know your fan base got a lot of heat from Miami because you beat us and you get nothing for it.
You beat us and you got nothing for it.
When we was beating y'all ass, we was winning championships.
Wouldn't that be the same thing about you beating Pitt?
Power 5 life.
Pitt, how many times have we smashed y'all ass and y'all watched us win championships?
This man uses the same arguments and then says my arguments are stupid. That's wild.
Dude, first of all, you beat us and did nothing. You fell apart after you beat us.
You keep bragging about how you beat Pitt these past 5 years. What championships have y'all won?
Thank you.
You haven't even won the division in any of the times you beat Pitt.
Yeah, we did.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
The one time you won the division.
Oh, yeah. And look what happened.
And then you got your ass whooped by Clemson.
Well, technically, we gave up one of our things because we was on we didn't want to be on that probation bullshit.
Man, y'all been giving up for 20 years.
We actually gave a divisional championship to the guy above me there, the Georgia Tech.
What?
Yeah, Al Golden gave it up.
Talking about 2014.
We were supposed to play. We were supposed to play in that championship. But we didn't want
so you could lose to Florida State again.
So we imposed.
So you could lose to Florida State again, right?
Nonetheless.
Okay.
They were so scared they kicked themselves out of the championship.
That's the thing with y'all fans.
That Florida State team wasn't even good.
Y'all count losses before y'all even play because you know your teams are shitty.
That don't even make sense, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Your team hasn't.
I'm not even sure how to respond.
You can already tell that you guys gonna lose.
Who?
Georgia Tech. How many games are you guys gonna win this season?
I don't know, probably like 3 or 4, maybe.
So basically 9 games. You already counted 9 games that you lost.
I'm not even talking to you.
Then why did you just answer the question?
I didn't ask anything. What are you talking about?
I just asked how many games y'all gonna win, and you said y'all gonna win like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's true.
So you answered the question.
At least he's honest.
Hey Pitt, how many games y'all gonna win?
I don't know.
How much money
If
did
we're
you
really
lose
unlucky,
betting on Miami to be
we'll
out
win
of
I say 9-3 with losses to Miami, probably Tennessee. Actually, no. Take that back. 10-2 losses to Tennessee and Miami. Everybody keeps saying we're going to lose to Louisville, but we beat the shit out of them the last time we played.
You're forgetting one loss.
I changed my mind. I like this guy.
We don't play Clemson this year.
You do play North Carolina.
And we sure as hell ain't losing to North Carolina.
Okay. You tell yourself that.
Dude, you don't even have Sam Howell anymore. You have Mac Brown in a cane.
I mean, Sam Howell's the only North Carolina quarterback in history that didn't own Pitt. So you might not want to celebrate us losing him.
We're not losing to North Carolina, buddy. You lost almost everybody.
We lost like 3 players, bro.
Yeah, who were your whole entire team?
North Carolina.
We lost to one good player.
What y'all record's gonna be North Carolina?
Yeah, 9-3. Win the ACC Coastal.
Who are those 3 losses?
Probably 3 teams we shouldn't be losing to. That's kind of the North Carolina way. We're gonna lose 3 games. Just don't know to who.
All right, well, go ahead and pinch in Miami.
Probably
that's not going to happen. It won't be Miami. I'll tell you that. Matt Brown owns them.
Yeah, Manny Diaz.
Vic,
watch
Vic,
you guys slip up.
Let me answer this question for Vic because he keeps typing it over and over in the comments. Like, Kathleen is Dabo Sweeney's wife. There you go.
What the hell? That ain't got to do with anything.
I don't know.
I'm just tired of seeing him type it. So
when did Dabo's wife even come into the conversation?
I don't know. There's a whole nother conversation going on in the comment section.
Is she doing any Mullen recruiting?
No.
Yeah, this is how. Yeah,
she's a respectable lady.
This is how annoying.
Not having affairs with the players.
I gotta ask her when wife's names start popping up. You know, it's always something crazy. Like
Georgia fans are friggin' talking. Sucking themselves off and barking at themselves in the comment section.
I mean,
well, no one cares.
I mean, you got to admit they did break Clemson.
Damn, Sea-Dog, you really hate Georgia.
I mean, they're just look. Do you understand why? Like, look at what we've been talking about.
I get it.
We've been talking shit to each other for like the past hour. And they've been just sucking themselves off for winning the national championship.
Can you blame them though? I mean, the last time they were even in a national title, who beat them? We did.
Sea-Dog, how old are you?
24.
When was the last? Did Georgia Tech beat Georgia while you've been alive? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Yes.
When was the last time?
2016.
2016.
Okay. I'm just asking. I don't know.
It was 2016. I was actually at that game.
And before 2016?
2014.
Okay. Cool.
More recent than Miami beating Clemson.
Oh.
What's the series between Miami and Clemson? Oh, we're tied because we barely ever played each other.
Aren't y'all under 500 against the tiny basketball school?
Since we've been in the ACC, Clemson has leads the series. So.
Well, thank you for catching up. It's still 6-6.
It's about to be 7-6 Clemson after this year. So
not gonna happen.
Well, I am about to end the show. We've been on over 2 hours now. Thank all of you for coming. I'm going to get rid of you in the order of people that do not have ACC championships. See you later.
Damn.
Yeah.
Since this is the ACC show and they don't have a title, he had to go first. But I do appreciate him coming on. It was fun.
What a great
Listen,
show.
Yeah, to listen to all that.
This might be the best ACC show ever.
It really is.
It definitely is.
And it's only May. Imagine that.
There's some good old boys.
I can't wait till actual games are being played.
Oh, it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Those Miami fans are gonna have to go.
Golden Blue dude's gonna be crying so hard September 1st.
I hate that the Miami game is the second to last game of the year because oh man, I want to.
Miami fans are gonna have to go watch those grainy Sean Taylor highlights to make themselves feel better for being trash.
What's bad is Sean Taylor's from Pittsburgh, and I hate that. I really hate that guy.
All right. Well, I hope all you guys decide to come back next week because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
And
I definitely will.
I see Huffer Billy in the back room. Are you there? Or I guess he's not there anymore.
HBP? Oh well, never mind.
Anyway, yeah. I would have put you on if you came on earlier, man. I'm just trying to end the show. That's all. HBP.
The Clemson fan ratio would have been way off.
Yeah, it would have been too many Tater Mans in here. So
what's wrong with that?
It's a lot of stuff.
You're right.
Well,
Well,
I don't have anything against Clemson fans. Actually, we get along very well, and I'm surprised.
There are select few dumb Clemson fans that I can't stand, but none of them are really on the internet that much.
Yeah, Jordan needs to change his name because that's my first name.
Unfortunate, man.
Yeah, it's my. If we both have the same name.
No, I'm keeping it.
Well, I'm older than you, so get rid of it.
No, you change yours. I'm the one with my name in my logo. So
yeah, he has a logo.
Yeah.
Oh, a logo.
Kind of trademarked. So unofficially, but officially.
And he even has the O's and Jordan and Bowman are little Clemson paws. Isn't that cute?
Yeah. Shout out to Maddie Sims.
Like, no,
Bless his little heart.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you, Bowman. It actually makes for great trash talk between each other.
Yeah, man. It's all love.
Yeah, and I would like to give a big middle finger to all the people that say there's no passionate ACC fans. F all of you.
Yeah, I don't know how you can watch this and say there's no passion in the ACC.
That's right.
I don't care. I don't care if this was our only year winning the ACC. I'm just glad we've done it and Miami hasn't.
That is true.
Still got 4 more to catch up with us, though.
Oh, I know, and it's not going to happen. I don't see Pitt winning the ACC this year. I don't.
You got about 20 more to catch up with Clemson, but we'll.
Oh no!
If Pitt takes over,
see you later, fuckers, Pitt. I'm just gonna go ahead and just wipe everybody out. Now, Luke Walker, thank you for being on, obviously, and Jordan Bowman. Both of you guys were great tonight.
Yeah, man.
See you guys next week, man. All right. Wow. What do you think?
Oh man, that was great.
It was great.
I had a good time.
I did too. I don't really know what else to say after all that.
That was
great. I had just a lot to ponder over some of the stuff I heard tonight.
Right. That was great. Good old shit talking section.
Yeah. So, what you got coming up, if anything, between now and next Tuesday?
Daddy and the Dog makes it.
Oh, Daddy and the Dog. You said that last week, but it didn't happen. What happened with that?
Oh, it happened the week before.
Okay.
But last week I took my wife out on a date, so I had a plan for Friday, which we're actually going to be probably moving the show because I kind of been doing date night with Mrs. Sea Dog on Friday nights.
I understand. Me and Mrs. Pete typically do date night on Thursday nights, so we have a designated night that we.
Yeah,
it's important. You got to go out.
It is.
You got to go out.
It is, and we've been good about doing it too. So.
Right. All right, man. Well, of course, it was great, and I'm looking forward to next week as well.
Me too, man.
All right. See you later, buddy.
All right, man.
Well, there you guys have it. Another edition of the ACC show in the books. Thank you all to the people that showed up. The comment section was just as live as the show was. Just as much shit talking going on in the comments as there was on the show. Thank you to all the people that sent in donations via Super Chat and or via PayPal and Cash App as well. I'll see all of you guys tomorrow night right here on this channel for the call-in show at 10 p.m. And that's it. All right, guys. Have a good night. See y'all tomorrow. Your boy is checking out.